Also, look at this. Look at this. I don't know. Can we zoom in? This is Skip Bayless shirtless. So.
Hold up. Now
he's jacked
Skip
up.
Work out though.
He's
jacked.
He's jacked up.
Yeah, he's jacked up. Yeah. He got to put his Jordans on. He work out every morning.
Yep.
I think you'd be great at this job. I think you'd be great at this job. On today's Pardon My Take, we have an awesome interview with LeSean McCoy. First-time guest, going to be a recurring guest. He has the takes. Great interview with him. We're also going to do the Mount Rushmore of everyday activities that make you feel accomplished. We have Fyre Fest. We're going to talk some NFL. Unfortunately, we've already reached injury season in the NFL. And we have a great Friday show for you, kicking off the weekend. And before we do that, Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, created by fans for fans. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. It's possible with the Game Time app. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. If you want to go see Drake, 21 Savage, they're on tour right now. The Eagles, Bruce Springsteen, Yankees, Cubs, White Sox, Angels, Shohei staying, all with the Game Time app. The purchase process takes just 2 taps and 10 seconds. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text so you can get into the game seamlessly. Skip the hassle. Enjoy the moment. Download the Game Time app or go to the website. Enter your email. Redeem code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Code PMT, $20 off your first purchase. Game Time. We use it all the time. The Game Time app is the best app out there for tickets. So go download it right now. Use code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Friday, July 28th. And boys, we had a hot streak. We were 2 days in a row, 2 episodes in a row together back in Chicago. And then All Business Pete forgot to pay the electricity bill. So we're now back on Riverside.
I heard that White Sox Dave just chewed through the electrical wiring, and that disabled all the voltage going to the office. I do miss you guys already.
Yeah.
It was nice being face to face for a while. It was great.
We're back to Zoom. If you are upset about this, we will put on a great show. We were together for the LeSean McCoy interview. We were also together for the Mount Rushmore. But if you'd like to complain, please tweet All Business Pete. What's his actual Twitter handle, Hank? Can we get that shouted out? Maybe put it in the lower part of the YouTube so everyone makes sure that they have that. Is it All Business Pete?
I think it's at Philly_Maze.
Well, you can also complain to him.
All Business Pete.
All Business Pete.
No
so
space.
Please, all complaints go to him for not paying the electricity bill. The good news is All Business Pete is also in charge of our multi-million-dollar new office that we're building right now. So if you don't pay the electricity bill in one, I'm sure the other one's doing fine.
Yeah, we'll be good. Don't worry about it.
We'll be in there right on time.
Yeah, we'll be right on time. I do love Pete. He's actually, because the plug god is not here, we should say that all weekend long you can watch our darling Jake on Barstool.tv at the Corn Ferry Tour in Glenview, which Hank and I were out there, and it's a sick setup. Unbelievable setup.
I'll just say that Jake, for as much shit as we give him, has a natural golf voice.
Yeah,
it's very soothing. Yeah, I was watching it at my computer. I took a nap sitting up. It was wonderful.
It also is, this show we've been doing it for a very long time. Jake has been. When did Jake start doing the show with us? 4 or 5 years ago.
4 years ago.
Summer of 18.
It's one of those. Really?
19.
No,
19.
It's one of those things where we can give each other shit till the day is long because we know each other and spend countless hours every week together. We're family. But then if anyone else gives him shit, I get very upset. And I'm like, fuck you. You don't say that. But I can say he broadcasts everything with his pants off and is a weenie for not doing the Ray Allen tweet.
Yeah, and also that he had a terrible showing in Mount Rushmore earlier this week.
Yes.
What's in that cup at your desk there, Jake? I'm watching you on TV. I'm wondering what's in there.
Yes. All right. So, unfortunately, football's back, and with football comes injuries. So we're taping this in the afternoon on Thursday. We just got news that Joe Burrow went down with a non-contact injury holding his leg, and everything fucking sucks. Everything sucks. Joe Burrow obviously we are friends with him. He's a friend of the show, but more than that, like anytime a big quarterback goes down, it sucks because now you have to look at the schedule and be like, no offense to Trevor Siemian, but we might be watching Trevor Siemian on a Monday night or a Sunday night. Hank, what are you going to say? You have an update?
Yeah, Ian Rappaport just tweeted, Zach Taylor tells reporters that QB Joe Burrow suffered a calf strain.
Oh, okay, so we're fine.
All right,
there we go.
We're good.
That's awesome. Averted. Okay, so we're good.
Yeah, I was about to say everybody out there is hoping. Everybody out there is hoping that it's a calf because he was grabbing his leg. I was about to be like, this sucks because now we're going to get 20 more Mike Florio articles about how Kaepernick would be a good fit on the Bengals.
Yeah, poor Trevor Siemian is just minding his own business. Joe Burrow gets a little calf strain, and we start the show being like, well, now we have to fucking watch Trevor Siemian again.
Trevor Siemian doesn't want to play any more than you want to watch him play. Yes. Trevor Siemian's got a great gig going. He's going to be a backup for life.
Yeah, he's got the dream job. So he's got every guy's dream job is Trevor Siemian's job. So thank God. And it looks like Jalen Ramsey also is going to be okay. But there's nothing worse than the first few days of camp seeing that video. Like it's usually some media person who's standing 150 yards away being like, oh no, cart's out. And then you have to make all these wild decisions and ideas pop in your head watching like a player, like a little dot off in the distance, like limping off the field.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad that it looks like a calf strain. That way we can make some jokes about it. So I checked Twitter to see who was the leader in the clubhouse with the as a blank fan. Mm-hmm. Right now, Browns fans absolutely killing it with class right now. Browns fans left and right on the internet are saying, as a Browns fan, I hope it's not serious. As a Browns fan, you hate to see this happen, even inside the division, showing, true humanity, even though they root for a different football team, still going out there and saying, I hope that you're not severely injured. So shout out to the Browns being very, very classy. They're doing the Drake when he found out that Kevin Durant popped his Achilles. They're like, oh, no, man, come on.
Yeah.
No, yeah. God, no.
I do, though, respect Chiefs fans, and it's obviously just one fan. You can't judge the whole fan base off of one tweet, but one Chiefs guy replied to me and was like, oh, well, so sad. Chiefs to the bowl again. And it was just a picture of Patrick Mahomes. And it's like, you know what? Like, I like that the Chiefs fans can maybe get to their next level of just being the hated fan base. Like, you should embrace that. Embrace being the heel, knowing that you have Patrick Mahomes for the next decade.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one right here. It's from a Ravens fan. Even as a Ravens fan, you hate to see this happen. Hashtag Joe Burrow. Hashtag Who Day. Hashtag Bengals. When you got a division rival using your team's hashtag, you know that it's class right there. That
is class. That's ultimate class. Either way, good that Joe Burrow seems to be okay. Hopefully this doesn't age poorly. Other NFL news. Aaron Rodgers, what a guy. Probably the greatest guy ever. I'm so happy that I've never said anything bad about Aaron Rodgers. He took a $35 million pay cut for the Jets. Basically a big fuck you to the Packers. I think I officially have like no ill will towards Aaron Rodgers anymore. This one cemented it for me.
So he took $35 million this year, but how much does he get paid next year?
It's like $38 million next year, $1 million this year.
Oh, I thought it was more than $38 million next year.
No, because he gets it all in a signing bonus. He gets like a $35 million signing bonus this year, and his salary is going to be like 1.8, and then next year it's 38. Either way, it gives.
I would love to take a pay cut like that. Is that a pay cut?
It
was just getting your money up front.
No, he was set to make over $100 million. Like his existing deal, he could have just rode that out. He took a pay cut. Dalvin Cook's already at the Jets facility taking a tour. Aaron Rodgers, I've always liked the guy. I don't know what to say. Like, he's just a great guy. He's a consummate professional, teammate, always the team first. Just what probably, I'll say it right now, maybe he's got to win a couple games for the Jets. But when he goes to Canton, he might go in as a Jet.
So I saw Tyreek Hill say that the other day that he's going to go in as a Dolphin. I don't think in the NFL you go in as anybody. I think that's baseball, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it says it underneath who you played for.
Yeah, like list your team. But it's fun to ask people, like, what are you going to go in as if you make the Hall of Fame? My guess is that Aaron Rodgers just saw the taxes that would come out of his paycheck and be like, you know what? Some of that money is going to support gain of function research in Wuhan. So I don't want to fund the CDC. So don't pay me anything.
Sick of the Ukraine war.
Yeah, exactly. He's playing checkers. No, I mean, it is cool. And it's funny how we see the media treat different athletes that decide to take certain pay cuts. Like I saw Florio got up in arms about Patrick Mahomes and how Patrick Mahomes is like very underpaid, even though I kind of agree with Mahomes that if you're getting paid $40 million a year or $50 million a year, probably not that big of a difference in lifestyle, right?
Especially in Kansas City.
In Kansas City, yeah, you own max it out. You're bumping
right.
That's all you're allowed to get paid.
There's nothing more you can buy. You've bought everything you need in Kansas City at $40 million.
Yeah, he owns every jet ski that you can take off to the Ozarks in the summertime for a couple of weeks.
But Aaron Rodgers, what a guy! Who would have thought? He is an all-time Jet. All-time Jet. That's what I'll remember him as.
Mr.
All-time
Jet is what they're calling him.
And it is a fuck you to the Packers because the last few years has been obviously not great where, he's been at odds with the front office, getting these big mega contracts, and then he goes to the Jets for 2 months. He's like, yeah, you know what? Pay me less. That's cool.
It's very funny. And Aaron does have that revenge spite element to him where that 100% factored into him taking a pay cut. Yeah.
Are you guys coming around?
Well, they gave him his wish list.
But a Aaron Rodgers who feels slighted is a very dangerous Aaron Rodgers.
I'm still not coming around because it happens so often where you see quarterback change teams or a big name player change teams. And I'm not saying he's not going to be great next year. I'm just saying it's different. It's very different for him, especially since his offensive coordinator is apparently the worst NFL head coach in the history of the NFL, according to Sean Payton. Did you see that interview?
Yes.
That Sean Payton did? Payton is back at it. Sean Payton is officially 100% back. All the headlines are going to be about how he said that Nathaniel Hackett did the worst job of coaching in the history of the NFL. People are going to talk about that. To me, that was not the best part of the story. Yeah. Did you read the rest of it?
Oh, yeah.
Where he's up to his old tricks. Sean Payton basically is a film director. He's like Quentin Tarantino, and he's got like a staff of people who are in charge of editing together motivational videos for him to show to his team. When he was on the Saints, he showed them rats getting their necks snapped by rat traps to remind them not to take the cheese. He's a big video guy. So he has his assistant, Paul Kelly, cue up a nature documentary that showed baby iguanas under attack from running snakes immediately after they hatched. And the video captured how some of the iguanas survived by dashing to an oceanside cliff. Others were just eaten by snakes. And Peyton pondered showing what he called a creepy video, but he wanted to hammer home a point to his players of you have to hit the ground running. So to do that, he showed his team baby iguanas getting chased by snakes and eaten by snakes, which it's awesome. And then he also showed them a video where at the end it had the Denver Broncos training staff getting into a Ford Bronco, driving away, and then he had his film guy edit in a scene from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles where the car drives off a cliff. So I'm not exactly sure what he's going for. He killed the training staff from last year.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, there was another part of this story. So for anyone who missed it, Sean Payton just basically did an open mic and just roasted Nathaniel Hackett, said that he's never seen a worse coaching job, saying he's also never seen an organization get embarrassed the way the Broncos got embarrassed last year, said there was 20 dirty hands. It really was all summed up as it was kind of Sean Payton's way of saying Russell Wilson is not broken. Everyone else was broken around him. So kind of setting the stage for Sean Payton fixing all of this. But they asked Robert Saleh afterwards about this, and I have to watch the video because maybe he said it smoother than I'm reading it. But Robert Saleh said, I kind of live by the saying, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So hate away.
Yeah, it probably sounds smoother when he said it.
That's a song.
Poppin'. Okay, it is a song?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the song?
Hold on.
Oh, Hank, you don't know the song either.
I know how it goes. Like
you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Can you
wait,
sing
that's
it?
not his saying then. He should have said, as this person says, you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Haters are your marketing team.
Yeah. I love this though. It's a coach. It's like we're day 2 of camp, and Sean Payton was like, "Fuck this! I'm going scorched earth. I don't care." And they play week 5.
Yeah, wait, where was this attitude from Robert Salah last year when he was just saying like, "I'm going to print out a CVS linked receipt of all the haters"?
Yeah, and
when
shove it down everyone's throat.
Did the song come out in the last 12 months?
It's Rico Richie poppin'. It came out 8 years ago.
And what's the actual lyric?
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Okay, so
I like the way Hank said it.
That's how it goes.
I was trying to say it as lame as possible because that's how I assume. Like, that's a weird thing for a head coach to just drop on everyone. Yeah, but you're right, PFD. Robert Salah last year said he's going to print the receipts and shove it down our throats.
Yeah, he hated the haters last year. He was a hater in how much he hated the haters.
So something has changed.
So I guess, no, that's good for us because as podcasters, we were hating on the Jets and hating on Zach Wilson. So by him hating on us, that means that he's one of our haters. So we're popping.
Yeah, we're popping now.
All right.
We've never been more popping this podcast. So yeah, it feels good. We're starting to get into the flow here. Hank's going to start getting mad at us for saying football is back on every episode from now until football's actually back. Mm-hmm. We are, Hank. Like, football's back.
Oh, I know.
I had the very dumb thought yesterday when I was watching the U.S. women's national team play, and
we stink, by the way.
Yeah, we're not good right now. Although
stink.
It was sick when she told her teammate to shut the fuck up. Her teammate on her club team, and then like 2 seconds later, headed in a goal. She backed it up.
Yeah, but we
backed up. But I had the very dumb thought when I was watching that game because it takes place in New Zealand, and I was doing the math, and they're like, "Oh, it's 2:00 in the afternoon in Wellington." And I was like, wait, they're closer to football season starting than we are right now.
Yeah, they
Think about it.
Yeah, they're right there. They're on the precipice. So other football news, the Colorado is going to be a Big 12 team. So Big 12 is basically torn apart the Pac-12, rated it for all its parts. And I think this is like the Pac-12's done. They're done. I don't know who else is going to go to the Big 12. Pac-12's done. And you know that, do you guys follow that account on, I think it's on Twitter, Moments Before Disaster? And it's like sports stuff. So it'll be like a moment right before just a terrible, like a grand slam or something. The Pac-12 commissioner, 2 days ago in the Pac-12 media day said, as far as what we have going on here. Oh no, sorry. That's Robert Salah. I wrote that down. He said it's about realignment. It's not a concern. Our schools are committed to each other in the Pac-12. We'll get a media rights deal done, and I think the realignment as it comes to college athletics will be done as it comes to this cycle. And then it was like 24 hours later, Colorado to the Big 12.
Yeah, I mean, it makes Big Cat, to your point, like what a disgusting job by a conference to raid a team like that.
Big 12
and dismantle.
Be ashamed.
It's disgusting. Yeah. Like, can you imagine from a geographical standpoint, Colorado has to go play against West Virginia? Yeah. That makes no sense. I can't think of any other conference in the country that would do something like that.
Well, the SEC did. Like, Texas is going to have to play Florida. That's weird.
Yeah, Austin to Gainesville. That's pretty strange. Austin to Atlanta. Strange. That's a tough hike. But besides that, what we're heading for right now is there's going to be one big conference at some point. And so we're readjusting the deck chairs on the Titanic. Colorado is like, yeah, we're going to go to the Big 12. But the reality is within the next 10 years, I bet there's going to be one conference that has the top teams in it. And there might be different divisions inside that one conference. But we have not yet begun to see realignment.
I was on PFT and I do a hit on Pittsburgh radio. We love those guys. And Randy Bauman mentioned, because I was talking to him about it this morning when I was on, and he's like, it feels like realignment is just like what's happening with Netflix and all the cord cutting and cable TV. And he's right, because what's going to happen is we're going to realign some more. The Pac-12 is going to be disbanded. Like the Big Ten will have an East and West. They're going to start with no division. Then they're going to do an East and West. And then the West is going to be like UCLA, USC, Oregon, Washington. And then they're going to say, well, why don't we just make our own conference? And then they'll just go back to the original. We're going to bundle, and then we're going to unbundle.
Yeah, then you're going to have all the different – you're going to have too many bundles, and then you're going to have to unbundle some of them. Finland's going to join NATO. Shit's getting wild.
Yeah. So that was one of the pieces of college football news. The other – was probably the weirdest attempt at taking down a program I've seen in a while. The Minnesota, there was a report out of Front Office Sports that PJ Fleck has bad culture in his program, and it was essentially players saying they had to run as penalties, which actually is illegal in the NCAA. They made that illegal in 2018.
No coach has done it since then.
No coach has done it since then. And then one of the greatest quotes I've ever seen, with no irony involved, was a player, anonymous source, saying about PJ Fleck, he was making us say, forget about yourself as an individual. I was baffled because it's not anything logical. If you forget about yourself, then who are you? You're part of a team.
Mm-hmm.
The guy almost got to the point where he realized PJ Fleck was asking everyone to buy into the team, but he just couldn't get there.
I'm going to blow the whistle on all of football because this happens on every single football team at every age, every sports team, not even just football,
team, yeah.
Every sports team, every basketball team, every baseball team. And baseball is probably the one sport where you wouldn't need to have like a super cohesive team to be great, but you can look across every company, every time you do an orientation, when you start a new job and they try to get you to buy into the company culture, yeah, guess what? You're going to be spending 8 hours a day of your life there. They want you on board with what they're trying to accomplish. This is just okay. So there's a lot of bad shit that happens in college football for sure. A lot of coaches that do things that are above and beyond, and they ultimately end up injuring their players. They end up damaging some of their players' mental health, all this stuff. That does happen. That happens from time to time at certain programs. What's being described at Minnesota is just basically this guy's like, they made me play sports on the sports team.
Yeah. And not only that, but major Division I college football is not easy. Guys who play in that are insane athletes, have an insane mental toughness. Like, it's not easy. So I don't know if you expected it to be easy, but it wasn't going to be easy. And the only real question I have out of this whole thing is the Fleck Bank too big to fail? Because there was also part of the story that he has a Fleck Bank and players paid money to the Fleck Bank. And if you had enough tokens in the Fleck Bank, you then could maybe not have to take a drug test. So the Fleck Bank sounds it's a pretty sound institution as far as I'm concerned.
It's what you just described was Schrute bucks.
Yes, exactly.
He made Schrute bucks, and if you know PJ Fleck, he definitely has a little bit of that Dwight Schrute in him. None of this is surprising whatsoever. That PJ Fleck developed his own sovereign currency that he uses to reward players that play within the system that he's created, and it's not shocking to me at all. But what is shocking is that they wrote the article about this.
Right,
There's definitely better stuff to write about, and I'm not the guy that's like, oh, look at this so much for so-called journalism, and you put the journalism in like scare quotes. I usually hate it when people do that, but in this case, I agree. There's a million more important things to write about out there than this.
The article was essentially PJ Fleck, kind of annoying. And I think everyone, if they had phrased that as the headline, everyone would have been like, yeah, I kind of agree. Because there was another part.
I would have been like, I read about that last week in No Shit Weekly.
Yeah, right. There was another quote where the players were saying, an anonymous player said, there was only one acceptable answer when Fleck and other staff members asked, how are you doing? You had to reply, I'm elite. That's annoying. Yeah. Like, that is an annoying thing. If you just said PJ Fleck, kind of an annoying guy who also wins some football games, the article would have I think it actually might have taken him down, being like, ooh, he's annoying.
So some of the stuff that wasn't reported in this article is it's crazy. There was one report that I read that PJ makes his players always wear team logos and team issued merchandise when they're working out, when they're participating in workouts, when they practice, when they walk around campus. Like, they have to wear the Minnesota M on their chest all the time. Isn't that crazy? Like, no other school would ever do something like that. It was
the whole article was like this. You just described the Division I program, because there was also Fleck and others on the coaching staff were obsessed with players' weight. Okay, that's a football coach. Former players said they felt rushed to return from injury or didn't have their injuries treated appropriately. Sucks, but that's also a football coach. Like, that does suck if they're trying to rush you back to from injury. But I also think that every football coach in America is doing exactly that right this second.
Yeah, so if you're a good player and you get injured, your coach is going to be like, when can you play again? When can you play again? Because guess what? The faster you play again, the more likely it is that they get to keep their job at the end of the season. Right. And if you're a shitty player and you get injured, guess what? Coaches are going to start to ignore you because they don't care. That's the reality of college sports. That's the reality of sports in general. This, to me, if I put on a conspiracy hat, and I'm not saying this happened, but it would make sense. Was there another coach in the Big Ten that was just in the news for some bad stuff?
You think Ravel's the source on everything in this?
I think Ravel found out he's in touch with another nerd that was mad that he had to run at practice. And Ravel is like, you should leak this. You should put this out. It's disgusting what he did to you. They're hazing you pretty much. This is a much better story. I think Ravel put this guy up to it, this anonymous source, to try to get a story out there.
He's trying to burn the whole Big Ten down. He's going to go program to program, just trying to find guys who had to run gassers after being offsides.
I think I'm officially going to be a Northwestern fan. That's going to be my Big Ten school.
Okay, I got a question about that.
Yeah.
You do have a team in Division I college football.
Yeah, but I just want to be a Northwestern fan to annoy Darren Ravel.
Okay, that's fair. And then I'm all in on that. I'm all in on that.
That's the only reason I want to be. I want to be more of a Northwestern fan than Darren Ravel is.
I will help you do that.
Just to piss Darren Ravel off. So, and Northwestern, listen, I do. We've had a good time at your program. We enjoyed working out with you guys. You got a great stadium, great campus.
Might sign Coach O.
Yeah, might get Coach O, might get Urban Meyer, but I have nothing against your program. I will support you. I will 100% root for you. I'll bet on you. I'll watch all your games, but just know that I'm also trying to piss off Darren Ravel as much as I can. And if you accept me in with your whole heart, more than you let Darren Ravel in, that would be great for you because you want Darren as far away from you as possible.
Also, you can do the spin zone. You are a new Northwestern fan. You're not the old regime had a lot of problems.
I would never have supported that.
You never, ever. You are a clean slate, new regime. You are a true Northwestern fan. You believe in the institution, not the coach that just got fired.
I bleed purple. Is that their color, or do they have a special color of purple?
No, they're purple. So I'm all in on this. I will just say it right now, just being, trust tree, mental health is mental wealth. If Northwestern beats Wisconsin and you celebrate, I will get triggered and very upset, and it could break up our relationship.
It would be very funny though.
No, I'm telling you right now, don't do it.
It'd be very. I'm gonna put my game of the year. I'm calling it right now. Yeah. Game of the year. Northwestern covering the spread against Wisconsin. Book it.
I'll just be a JMU fan, a bigger JMU fan than you, because you have a second team.
Bring it on. Bring it on. The more
JMU
the merrier.
Just got
JMU.
to Division I, and you're already picked another team. That's crazy. That's bad. That's bad. You're bad sports town.
You're pre-triggered right now.
No, you're bad sports town.
You're pre-triggered about me putting a massive bet on Northwestern to cover against Wisconsin.
You're a bad sports town right now because you have a Division I. Your team, you wanted your team to be a Division I team for the longest time. They finally got there, and you're like, oh, I'm a Northwestern fan.
It's true.
That's a bad sports town.
Shut the fuck up, Hank.
You forgot your roots real quick.
That's a bad sports town.
I'm a massive JMU fan. That nothing will ever change that. I'm Mr. Sunbelt.
So massive that you have room for another team?
Yeah. That doesn't seem that massive.
When it's Northwestern, you have to listen, the bandwagon's open right now at Northwestern. And they're a local team. You know what? Big Cat, I moved to Chicago, okay? I got to lay down some roots here. I plan on living here for a very long time. I can't wait to one day take my future unborn children to Northwestern games, make it a family tradition. I'm going to put the flag out on my porch. I'm going to put a Northwestern. It's going to be the Northwestern/JMU house divided bumper sticker on the back of my car.
But it's just you divided.
It's just me. Yep.
What half of your body gets JMU? Bottom or top?
Penis. My penis. Okay.
The penis goes to you? To JMU? Okay, that's fair. JMU. Yeah,
penis
I'm all in though to get Darren Ravel upset. You got to do the Mike Tyson Northwestern. Remember he did the face paint? You should do that for week 1.
I will. If they're playing at home, I'll go out there. If it's an 11 o'clock kickoff, doesn't matter. I'm there.
They are building a new stadium. It's going to be sick.
Yeah, now that I joined, there's all this money. There's all this money going into the
You have to donate.
So I'm very happy. I will donate. I'll donate money.
Will you match?
I will not match.
Good question, Hank.
I will not match. I will not be matching. Northwestern has more than enough money. They don't need any more.
This will bring me closer to Greeny. It'll be great. It'll be great for the show.
Wilbon.
Yeah, all the big J's.
All your favorites.
We had another great Mike Tomlin quote today.
Ooh,
you see that? They asked him about Kenny and what they expect from Kenny in terms of making a progression here as his career develops. He said, we need him to be what we need him to be.
Facts.
Fact. That's a fact.
Pat Fryermuth is probably sitting in a closet right now trying to figure out what that actually is.
Yeah, it's the standard on crack. It's awesome. Tomlin does sometimes Tomlin does talk like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah, it's so great.
You just shake it and you read it.
Yeah, he's a fortune cookie / magic 8-ball combined, just walking around. He should actually do that. He should pull out a little piece of paper out of his mouth at the press conference. Be like, all right, here it is. We need Kenny to be Kenny.
Yep. We need him to be what we need him to be.
All right. Other sports stories. Shohei is staying at the Angels. Backed it up with a complete game 1 hitter, which is pretty cool. But what the fuck are the Angels doing?
Yeah, this is it seems like a bad idea. Well, if you're the Angels, this is the one chance that you have. Every now and again, you got to throw your fans a little bit of red meat and say, if we're going to make a move to go all in, this is the year that we're going to do it. And with the Angels, like we talked about with the Orioles, if they traded Shohei, they get a king's ransom for him. They're just going to develop more players and probably trade them too. So
right,
this is probably the right move, but also knowing the Angels and the history of the Angels, the chance of it not working out is pretty high.
Yeah, I have to believe that there's a part of them, maybe they've had discussions where Shohei is going to re-sign with the Angels, because it does seem like he likes living out there. He likes, Jeff Passan had a report that was basically like he loves being out on the West Coast. He likes, the Angels and what comes with that. So maybe he's going to stay. Maybe this is just a way for him to stay, which I'm cool with, because I would rather him be on the Angels than the Dodgers or the Yankees.
Yeah, 100%. I was talking with Titus the other day about Shohei and how it seems like nobody out there is a Shohei hater.
No, how could
he might not be popping, but that's what I was saying. I was like, somebody should be the Shohei Ohtani hater. Like, find some deep metric of how he's actually underperforming and just become the skip to LeBron of Shohei Ohtani.
Are you saying we should do that?
I'm saying we should think about it.
He went 0 for 5 today with 2 strikeouts.
After the pressure of the trade deadline gets lifted. He decided to go to the Angels, a team that has no expectations on it. That's interesting.
He took the coward's way out.
Is he afraid of the bright lights?
It's a good question.
If I was Shohei Ohtani, I would be demanding a trade to the New York Yankees or the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's just me, though.
0 for 5, 2 strikeouts. It's a bad day.
It's a bad day. That's what they're calling him.
Yeah. Okay. Should we get to our interview? I don't think we have anything else. We're going to do our interview with LeSean McCoy, and then we have Mount Rushmore of everyday activities that make you feel accomplished. Oh, I had one last thing. Sorry. Did you guys see the Michigan fan? Probably the most cell phone of all time online. So Michigan and Michigan State have been going at it because Jim Harbaugh, who we fully back, got suspended for 4 games. And there's a Michigan fan. I think she does content. She has like 17 or 18,000 followers. She tweeted, hopping in the DM and saying, "You'll bash my head in when you see me in East Lansing. You're sick in the head. LMAO, this is sad." And someone replied, at them, "We want to out these fucking bums." And she put a screenshot up of a burner account called Forest. She forgot that in the screenshot it says edit profile. So she was burner accounting herself to make Michigan State fans look bad, and then she just completely dunked on herself.
It's a false flag operation.
It's a false flag operation. So this is another sign football is back, Hank. When the college football fan rivalries start kicking up, I saw Ryan Day said that he wants the game to be not in the last week of the season. Like, people were chomping at the bit for that. It's just great. It's great. Football is back.
That is sad, though, that Ryan Day would even say that.
It's pathetic.
It is really, really pathetic. That game needs to be the last.
He sensed weakness with Jim Harbaugh's suspension, was like, ooh, let me take a shot here. It's pathetic.
So he was trying to say that Michigan isn't even that much of a rival to them where it shouldn't be a traditional last game of the season. Is that the angle he was going for?
I think the angle he was going for is that you always get penalized for losses later in the season. So having to play Michigan later in the season is a detriment to both teams. So he's like, let's play week 1. That way, if we both go undefeated the rest of the year, it doesn't matter. Which is also a coward's way out because you just lost the last 2 years.
So it would have been, yes, that is a cowardly statement to make. If Harbaugh had said that in the vein of like, they're not even a rival anymore because we keep kicking their ass, that would have been awesome.
Yes, that would have absolutely ruled. Absolutely ruled.
Like, let's play Michigan State. That's a real rival.
Let's play Minnesota. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll go make a deposit in the Fleck Bank. All right, let's get to our interview. Our interview with LeSean McCoy, which is an unbelievable interview, is brought to you by our friends at Chevy. Summer is here, and what better way to take advantage of all it has to offer than with the Chevy Silverado? Silverado summer. Think of all the possibilities from off-road adventures to DIY project and hardcore work. Silverado has the capability and technology to make this summer your best one ever, with 9 different Silverado models to choose from and engines that range from the powerful Turbo Max to the 6.2-liter V8 and the Duramax diesel. You can count on Chevy power and performance to get anything done. Like many of you, we've been hitting the road a lot lately, and it seems like everywhere we go, there's an army of Silverados and Silverado owners, so shout out to all of you. Game recognizes game. We're about to go on Grit Week. Chevy is going to be a great sponsor for Grit Week. We love the Silverado. Chevy is one of our favorite sponsors. So head right now to Chevy.com. Check out the Silverado and all the Chevy trucks, the official trucks of Pardon My Take. If you listen to this show and you're not in a Silverado, buy a new car and make it a Chevy Silverado because it's the greatest truck ever created. Chevy's perfected the truck with the Silverado, and we are a Chevy podcast through and through. So thank you to Chevy. And without further ado, our special guest, LeSean McCoy. Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest, 2-time Super Bowl champ, one of the best running backs in the past decade plus. It is LeSean McCoy. Shady, thank you for joining us. We have a ton of things we want to ask you, but we might as well start with the thing that is in the news: running backs getting disrespected, and where you're at on that, because it feels like they're phasing you out.
Yeah, it's tough, man, right now to be a running back, and I can't really understand like why. I was thinking maybe because like it's like the new thing is to use 2 to 3 running backs to do one running back's job. Some guy to do the blocking and the short yardage, and the other one's to catch, and the other one's the first and second down running back. So I can't really figure it out. I mean, because a guy like Josh Jacobs, who leads the league in yards last year, who's been productive every year he's been in the league, and they don't want to pay him. And then a guy like Saquon Barkley, who's probably the best player on the Giants team, right? But you don't pay him, you pay the quarterback. That's been below average or above average his whole career. So it's puzzling. It truly is, man. It just sucks because we're the only position where you could be super productive, and then the next year they say, oh, well, you know what? He had a lot of workload last year. Let's not pay him. So
right,
yeah,
I don't know what to do, man.
And with Josh Jacobs, it's a catch-22 because he bet on himself last year. He's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna participate in the programs. I'm gonna go in, act like I'm part of the team because I am. Hopefully, they'll do the right thing. They'll compensate me moving forward. And if not, worst case scenario, maybe you can get a good deal out there on the open market. But it feels like even if you try to do all the right things as a running back right now, your options are going to be limited. Like we were saying the other day on the show, they should just get rid of the franchise tag in general. It seems like the franchise tag is one thing that's done so much harm for the running back position to prevent them from getting to free agency that 1 year. Sometimes makes a massive difference in a running back's career.
Yeah. And it's funny. I seen him about maybe 3 weeks ago, and we were talking about it, and he said that they didn't even offer him a contract. I'm thinking, like, how the hell you don't even offer a contract to the leading rusher of the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I told him was, I guess the issue I had was that they should have made a bigger chaos about it, right? Every time we heard about Saquon Barkley or we heard about Josh Jacobs, it was just answers as far as, okay, well, there hasn't been a deal done yet. Nothing happened yet. That's the only thing you heard about. And then they might tweet here and there. When you want a contract, it's about that paper, it's about that money. You need to go, listen, ain't no friends. They ain't no homies. The owner, you're not my friend right now. I need to get my money. And it's just started as soon as the season was over. he should have made a big deal about it. Either I want to be here, I want to let the fans don't want to be here, but they're not paying me no money, and if they can't trade me, I want to be traded. Like, you got to make it uncomfortable for these people.
Yeah. No, it's true because a lot of times, especially with the fan pressure, because fans come from a weird perspective where they're like, well, I would get paid $10 million to play a game. It's like, well, you're not good enough to do that. So.
I would play for free, Shady.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, like, I would play football for free.
I'd actually pay them.
Give me 400 carries per year. I'll do it for
I'd
free.
pay them.
See, this is the thing, though. If Christian McCaffrey's making $16 million a year, right, and I'm the leading rusher, I mean, let's say if you don't want to pay me 16, you can't pay me 10. You get what I'm saying? You can't just pay me 10 million.
Well,
because it's your worth.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, though, and this is something that made you different in terms of a running back. Catching the ball has become so important. Where do you think that's going to be a thing with running backs, especially, you know, in youth football and then in the college, high school level, where it's like you have to be able to be a dynamic catcher to be able to get that big bucks? Because that's the difference with Christian McCaffrey is that he's split out wide. He's doing all these different things similar to what you were doing. You know, you were so good catching the football and making plays.
Right.
If you're just a traditional running back from the 90s, like it doesn't work anymore.
No, you're right. I mean, you look at Alvin Kamara, he's at the top of the charts with Christian McCaffrey, and they both are similar in catching the ball. So that does make a point. I just look at like how you utilize and their production. Like Saquon Barkley, right? Out of all the NFL on the offensive side of the ball, he was ranked 5th among like yardage for his offense. So I'm like, damn, if you're 28 to 30% of the offense, like basically you basically the offense.
Right.
So how don't you get paid? You get what I'm saying? Like that's the part where you have like a backup wide receiver, the number 2 or number 3, making more money than the starting running back. That's not just a regular running back, one of the best in the league. That's the only part that I can't agree with as far as if you could run the ball and catch the ball. But if you're just productive,
right?
If you just flat out, I'm a baller. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got to pay them guys, though.
No, that's we pointed that out, and I think you actually pointed out as well when you were on TV. But like, it's the fact that Daniel Jones. If you asked anyone who's a better football player, and it's no disrespect to Daniel Jones, but if you asked anyone who's a better football player, Saquon Barkley or Daniel Jones, everyone would say Saquon Barkley. But the quarterback position gets paid at a completely different stratosphere than every other position on the field.
See, you're totally right. And I think it should be more of like, all right, well, let's pay play. Because I know it's a market thing. You got to pay what's in the market, right? So but a guy like Daniel Jones, like, where do you pay him?
Right.
Because where he slotted at, I don't think he deserves that. You get what I'm saying? I think we need to pay these players off of what their true value is, not what the market says. Because the markets will tell you not to pay Saquon or pay Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
But his production
it seems like it's not fair. It's not fair to the players that have gone out there.
It's robbery, bro.
But life isn't fair.
It's
right?
the shitty thing where it's like
life is not fair.
It's robbery. It's not fair. But the way that the salary caps are structured right now and what NFL GMs believe they can do in the draft, in their mind, it's like, well, I don't need to pay a running back who, I mean, in their eyes, if you're 28 years old, it's like, ew, that's old. You know, like in reality, you're a young guy still. You're in your physical prime, but with running back, sometimes that production drops off so sharply. So I understand why they're doing what they're doing, but at the same time, I can say that sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks, and it isn't fair. I don't know if you put together a bunch of money in like a performance pool where guys based on their actual production, they get to dip into that if they have a big season, or if it's like you eliminate the salary cap. Or me and Big Cat talked about the running backs getting together, unionizing, all agreeing not to block.
Yeah.
So that way your quarterback is going to get hurt.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. No chipping.
I mean, the only thing about that is like you be friends with your teammates.
Yeah, they probably
sometimes it's like the players are against the management. You feel like that sometimes. You know what I mean? So you don't want to hurt your friends. But I will say this, maybe it's a thing of like in the NBA, so like certain players they get a contract, but if they make first team all NBA, right? Or they may get a MVP, you get more money. I think it should be the same thing with football. All right, well, running backs, they're not valuing us the same. So how about we go out and improve it? If we have this certain type of year, we are allowed to get this side of money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the incentive
How
contract.
they gonna
Yeah.
fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you look at the top 2 to 3 running backs are at like 16, I think like 15, another like 13. But then because the franchise tag is the average of the 5 highest paid. So after them 3, the 16, 15, I think it's like another 14 or 13, it goes down to like 11, 12, 10. That's why the number for the franchise tag is so small, because of the last 3 guys, in the top 5.
Yeah.
Or maybe with the quarterbacks, they could put together GoFundMe, and the quarterbacks could take some of their money and be like, we're going to do the right thing, pay the running backs. Daniel Jones knows in the back of his head.
Tom Brady would do that. Tom would do that.
Tom would do that. People would do that. It's
Patrick
like
Mahomes would do that.
Or it's like you ever go out to eat, and on the receipt that they give you at the end of your meal, it says, we've added a 5% service charge to pay for cost of living or health care for the servers that served you tonight. If you don't want to include that, just let us know and we'll remove it. They should put that on the quarterback's contract and make the quarterbacks opt out of paying you guys extra money.
That's a great idea, because we do block for the quarterback. And then the 2 guys I named, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, would definitely do that. Now, I'm not sure if Drew Brees would do that.
Yeah. Okay, so
you know his backstory.
Yeah, so you just listed a few guys. You played with Josh Allen, you played with Patrick Mahomes, you played with Tom Brady. Rank the 3 of them.
Good question.
In terms of guys.
Oh, just like people?
Well, you can rank them however you want. We're going to cut that part and just put out, here are LeSean McCoy's rankings of these 3 guys. Rank them in terms of height. Rank them in height.
And okay, I would go Tom Brady's the GOAT.
No, height. No, how tall they are. Physically, how tall
tall?
they are. Yeah.
Tom, he's the tallest.
Tom is?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Josh?
All right, so
Tom tall.
All right, so number 1, Tom. Number 2
is Josh. He's second tallest.
Okay. No, you can't say you just ruined the clip. You ruined the clip.
I need to see.
Oh wait, you just said name this Tom.
I need to see your advanced metrics on this.
I just want to have a clip of you saying Tom Brady, Josh Allen 1, Tom Brady 2, Patrick Mahomes 3. Then we can put it out and be like, look at LeSean McCoy. This is how he ranks the quarterbacks, and everyone gets mad. They're like, Josh hasn't won anything. What the hell?
Right. Okay, you can do that. That's
We're
cool.
tricking you. No, but the 3 of them, like, that is an incredible trio. Is there one thing about them that is you could notice that is the same, like the way they practice or the way they carry themselves?
The biggest, I think, similarities from all of them, they are super competitive. Woo. Come on, it's funny. Like Josh, I was with him first, and we would have like games like basketball, and he ain't no small joker. You know what I'm saying? He elbowing, trying to lay it up. And I was like, wow, this dude's a super competitor. Then I went to the Chiefs, and just seeing how Patrick Mahomes is a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. All the commercials and he's smiling and playing. But when it's on, he's fired up. He's a competitor. He hates to lose. That's probably the first time I've been around the team where, like, we could be down, I don't know, 25, 27 points, 30 points. He don't mind. His attitude's the same vibe. He's a competitor. He knows he's going to win. And then I think Tom, he's the ultimate competitor. He's older than everybody on the field, coaches included. And he has that kid drive to be outside. We're in Tampa. It's hot as hell out there, and he's excited, right? He's 40. I'm like, this dude's 40 plus. And hate to lose practice, hate to lose anything, card games. Great personality, though. Nice guy, but they all have that drive to win, and they're all competitive as hell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is funny because it is cliche to be like they're so competitive, but I do think there is a difference where if you pulled every locker room in the NFL, there are some quarterbacks that they don't care about losing in a practice round. Right. Or the losses
Jay Cutler.
Oh, don't say that. That's my guy. Come on, stop it. But
you know it's true.
Yeah, no, but of course. But listen, there are definitely there are guys who like the losses don't hurt them as much. But those 3 guys, it seems like the losses just absolutely eat them like alive every time they lose a single game.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a lot of them dudes we talking about. Like, they hate to lose, bro. Like that's the first thing that jumps out. I was like, wow, they want to win at any cost. Especially Tom. Tom's like, I mean, he was like 45, still contemplating if he gonna play again. I'm like, dang, like he love this shit. He loved it.
He probably could, yeah. Yes. Is it okay if I gas you up real quick? I want to gas you up.
Yeah, Gas me up. Why not?
All right, gas Shady up. You were the best running back in the history of the NFL in the snow. Watching Shady in the snow.
The Lions-Eagles game?
Oh, all of them in Buffalo.
Yeah.
He's going through there was one game where there was 18 inches of snow, it looked like, on the ground.
Yeah.
I used to always do the thing where you get tackled and you get up and there'd be snow pouring off your face mask.
Everywhere, right? You just kind of.
I would put a meme on it, just say, I fucking love cocaine, because it looked like the cocaine bear with all that snow dripping off his. But I loved watching you in the snow. What was it about you playing football in the snow that gave you a competitive advantage that other running backs sometimes don't seem to have?
I'm from Pennsylvania. No. That's not why, because I never played in the snow before that game. I don't know what it is. It's more of a, I guess it's a confidence thing. I don't know. I've trained with a lot of great running backs, trained with a lot of average running backs, and I always would be confident that no matter who I'm training with, because you hang out with guys. So we might be in Miami and we might hang out the night before, or whatever, and all the guys come train that's in Miami, or you're in LA, all the guys running backs train in LA. So when I would train with these dudes, no matter who it would be, I knew my footwork would be better than everybody's. That was just my thing. So I pride myself on snow, sleet, whatever it is, rain, not slipping, being able to run on any surface.
Mm-hmm. Short, choppy steps.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't never get outside the center, you know what I'm saying? Legs to shoulder width apart, never getting too wide, stuff like that. Small running back stuff. Y'all don't want to hear about boring stuff. 217
yards and 2 touchdowns in that game against the Lions on 29 carries, so 7.5 yards a carry. That was an unbelievable game.
And they pulled me early.
Yeah. Yep.
Chip Kelly, we had issues with certain times. You know what I mean? He would take me out.
All right. Let's talk about Chip Kelly real quick, because you played for, obviously, Andy Reid 2 times,
Yes.
and then you played for Chip Kelly. What is it about? I still think Chip Kelly's a great football coach, but there are certain guys that, for whatever reason, going to the NFL, it just doesn't work out. What was it with Chip Kelly in the NFL that was different, where you're like, this is not gonna, the guys just don't hear the message the same way?
The issue with him, what I realized is that what great coaches have to be, this is why Belichick, well, other than Tom Brady being gone, but he can't understand people, right? Can't understand the players. Sure, head coach is your system, but you still have to be able to adapt to the new culture. Andy Reid is the best. I got him when I was 20 years old. I was with him, and he was wearing the old pony sneakers. Remember that?
Yeah.
Sneakers? When I got one with the Chiefs in 2019, this guy had on Air Force Ones. But I give you that. I tell you that story because he's adapting to the new culture, right? So how can I be a great coach if I can't understand my players? Chip Kelly couldn't read the room. He couldn't read his players. Some dudes like gold teeth with dread. Some guys like bald heads with whatever it is, rock and roll, hip hop. Andy Reid, he always just say, hey, listen, guys, I want y'all to let your personality show. Every game he would say this. He said, be smart and let your personality show and have fun. He's telling you that because he wants you to be yourself, right? Chip Kelly has so many rules. He don't want guys wearing black socks. He don't want guys listening to, if you don't have your headphones on, you can't listen to music, or you can't drive your new car to the game. It's like, my man, we trying to play football. They pay us money to play. They got fans. It's simple. He couldn't understand that, and that's what the issue with him is, because nobody really liked him on the team.
Yeah. Are you saying that players don't like it when their head coach collects their piss every day and then analyzes it?
That's another one.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is. No, you're right. It's weird.
It's definitely weird.
Every morning at 7 a.m., he have these little guys running around here, his runners, and they would say, hey, Shady, good morning. The same routine every morning. Hey, Shady, good morning. I'm looking at him, I'll be like, what's up, bro? I'm going to need your piss. I say, look, man, it's 7 a.m. I ain't get to drink yet. See me at 8:30, I'll have piss for you.
Yeah, it's weird. Nobody wants to see that the first thing when they come into the office. All right, piss for me.
Yeah,
it's a strange. What would he do with your piss? Did he just collect it, or did he use it for anything?
He would collect it, and then they would see how hydrated you are. And then another thing is he would do this. He would they would tie this thing like a monitor or meter on her chest for you got to lay down for 2 minutes to see how much hours you slept last night. And at the time, 23, 22. I'm like, look, man, I ain't getting no sleep. I've been at the club all night.
We know.
I'm sleepy as hell. So
yeah, we know. I mean, we
but-
know the famous party that seemed like a good time.
Females only.
Females only.
I see y'all been doing your homework.
One of the,
But
I mean,
look,
well, no, that was just us living during that time, being like,
hold on.
fuck,
Can
I want to go to
that,
the.
though, 'cause it kind of got like a misunderstanding. So I had a whole bunch of ball players coming. So this one I was with the Eagles. So I had Sixer players coming. I invited a couple guys from the Flyers. I had some Phillies at the time coming, right? I had my own friends. I had different rap artists come from Philadelphia, come from New York. So it was a ton of guys.
Right.
There was no more need for no more brothers in the spot. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we said, look, when y'all come here, all ladies only.
Listen.
And it was at one of my houses, so I didn't want any randoms, popping up.
I think if it
You know
said
what I mean?
if it said ladies only on it, that would have hit different. Females only was like,
It was
that's
very
that's
funny.
the females only
Yes.
party. Let's go.
Yes. It also, like,
Yeah.
I remember when it happened, I was like, are people forgetting, like, that they went to college? Because that definitely happened in college where, like, oh, can we come through? It's like, was it you and a bunch of dudes? No. Like, that's how you go to a club. If you go to a club with 10 dudes, you're waiting in line for 5 hours. If you go to a club with 10 females, you're getting right
Went
in.
in right away.
Yeah.
And I messed up because I let one of my good friends, I let him run like the party and stuff, and he's been divorced 4 times. So I should have knew better. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's been divorced 4 times. Like, come on.
You should have known that. Yeah. Wait, so I want to go back to something because a couple things. You're on TV now. You're doing a great job. There's rumors that you might be Skip's new co-host.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on LeBron James? Let's start there.
He's one of the greatest players of all time.
Okay, so you could probably get the job because that's what you need. You need to be against Skip
Right,
on that.
right.
I
love it. I love the Eagles. All-time leading rusher, the Eagles.
Yep.
He likes Dallas. He likes Dak and other guys.
So yeah, you have some spicy takes, and I appreciate a good take. Can I read a couple off that you just sound off?
Listen.
Yeah.
Say what you guys say.
Okay, so no, it's what you had to say. You said LeSean McCoy said that Dak Prescott is ass. LeSean McCoy calls the idea of Bill Belichick's greatness bull crap. These are good takes.
I like calling a player ass.
Yeah,
No,
You can't
ass.
debate ass.
Yeah,
A lot of these are just honest.
Yeah.
And the Dak one was more. He's playing ass.
okay. He
compared
was
to
playing
being
like
ass.
ass. Yeah.
But if you're Skip and your co-host says Dak Prescott is ass,
Yeah.
there's no coming back. What do you say? He is not ass.
Yeah.
He's actually not. Like, you can't debate against that.
You've
That's-
just brought him down a level.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Come on, man. I might get the job right now.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
You also said if anyone left you off the 101 best players in the NFL list, you called him a sucky nerd. I like that. Anytime a player calls,
I said that?
Yeah. Anytime a player calls like a list or a writer a nerd, I'm all in on that. That's very funny to me. I always chuckle because it's like yeah, we didn't play professional football, so what the fuck? Like, we can talk about it, but if a professional football player is like, you guys are nerds, I'm like, yeah, okay, fair.
Nah. See. Sometimes are you reading tweets? Or are you reading this
Just all these
statement.
headlines, yeah.
Yeah. See, some of that be like, it's what's going on. Cause like, when I said that, I remember the first time I was like, I think a rookie, and we got rid of Rushmore, and they were like, oh, what are the Eagles going to do now? The running back game's going to suck, and this and that. LeSean McCoy was not that good. So I read it, and I went to approach the guy that wrote it. And then when I seen him, he had a whole big gut. He had these big glasses on. I'm like, hold up. This is a nerd. I'm not about to argue with this guy. You know what? That's your opinion. I'm going to keep. So after that, I've never argued with anybody in the media about their opinion because he taught me a lesson. Like, how you going to tell me about running backs? When you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
no, I mean, calling a guy a nerd is another one, like ass and nerd.
You said
you're winning these arguments.
At PFF, you guys suck, a bunch of nerds who have never played a lick of football in your whole life. That checks out to me.
Yeah.
But the counterpoint is, you ever go to a restaurant? Do you know which restaurants you like, which restaurants you don't like?
Yeah.
Are you a chef?
Yes.
Oh,
okay. All right. Well, that's my only point.
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Point
You know what I mean? I can cook
You're
too.
good at this debate thing.
No,
Shady. I'm throwing everything
he's-
I got at you right now.
He's got great takes.
Anybody ever played with me? They'll tell you that I'm one of the best debaters of all time.
Yeah.
Okay,
You had one last one for the Skip Bayless. We're pumping you up because I want to see you going up against Skip Bayless because we also would love to just like feed you information, Oppo research. But this one's from.
Do you guys like Skip?
I do. I
respect him.
I love Skip Bayless.
Yeah, I respect what he does. He pisses people off.
A lot of people don't like him.
Well,
I love Skip, though.
He basically his job is to make people not like him. So he's really good at his job. Right. But either way, this is just a random tweet from 2013. Skip Bayless said Peyton is doing what Peyton always does, talking about a Broncos game, but Noshawn is killing the Cowboys. And you just quote tweeted it and said Noshawn sucks. So you can debate. You go right to it. Like that. A lot of times guys will talk around it. You just go right to it.
Yeah, you know what? I guess I'm just too honest sometimes, right? And then I won't say what players, but sometimes they be like, "Hey man, Shady, take it easy on my teammate," and I'm like, "Hold up, what I say about your teammate?" Because I be forgetting what I be saying. Mm-hmm. Well, you called him trash last week. I say, "Well, was he trash?" And they'll laugh at me.
Yeah, see?
Every time I see a Cowboy fan, I could be anywhere in the world. They be like, "Stop talking about my Cowboys." And the next question I say, "What's the reason why y'all can't win a championship?" I say, don't tell me nothing about no front office. I want to know about the players. Do you know the first player they say?
No.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
So I can't be making this up.
Yeah. No, I think that you need to be opposite Skip Bayless. I think it's a worthy foe.
Yeah. One last question for the Skip Bayless test, though. What are your thoughts? You played with him, I believe. Tim Tebow.
Man. Which Tim Tebow? College or pro?
Pro, because Skip thinks that he could still play. Skip thinks you could roll a ball out there with Tim Tebow. He'll win the game. Stat line might not be pretty. He's going to win.
Tebow's bad, man. Like, you got to be a desperate team to get Tebow.
Yeah, you are.
He's honest.
Are you really believing?
Because Skip
if you take Tebow, it's like you're just a great guy, or you just love Jesus Christ. Because playing ain't the issue. He just. I don't know. He's not the best.
Yeah. Well, that's the
I'm
other.
trying to be nice.
It's fine. It's honest. That's the other thing that Skip would disagree. He's the only person in the world that thinks LeBron James sucks at basketball and that Tim Tebow was really good in the NFL. Also, look at this. I don't know. Can we zoom in? This is Skip Bayless shirtless. So.
Hold up. Now
he's jacked
Skip
up.
Work out though.
He's jacked.
He's jacked up.
Yeah, he's jacked up. Yeah. He put his Jordans on. He work out every morning.
Yep.
I think you'd be great at this job. I think you'd be great at this job.
We're going to get back to Shady in a second. Before we do, he's brought to you by Babbel. If you have travel plans this summer, you should learn to speak like a local with Babbel. Because with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Why Babbel? Because it works. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars for a private tutor or fooling yourself with language apps that are little more than games, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel is designed by real people for real conversations. All of Babbel's tips and tools for learning a new language are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. I'm going to use Babbel. You know why? I'm going over to Ireland in a few weeks. I want to speak some Gaelic. I want to speak some traditional Gaelic when I'm in Ireland. I'm going to use Babbel. I actually used Babbel a couple years ago. Went to France. Je m'appelle PFT commentateur, le raconteur. And Babbel hooked it up. Babbel delivers great results. If you're looking to get around the country, if English is not their primary language, or if you just want to learn a new language because it's interesting, it's fun, or if there's a girl that you met that you want to impress with speaking a different language, Babbel is the way to go. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others continue to prove that Babbel is better. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. With over 10 million subscriptions sold, Babbel is real language learning for real conversations. That's crazy. If you use Babbel for 15 hours, that's like a full semester at college. Hank, you basically did 15 hours of Babbel. Congratulations. You've graduated. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off. That was nice. 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/PMT. That's BABBEL.com/PMT. 55% off. That's a great deal. Babbel.com/PMT. Rules and restrictions may apply. And now, here's more Shady McCoy.
So I want to go back to your playing career real quick. And so everyone talks about the Wildcat offense, and they talk about the Dolphins. But you were running it at Pitt, like the exact same time. when you guys started doing the Wildcat at Pitt, did it feel kind of like cheating, or was it like the best thing ever? Because it really did fuck defenses up for a while there, where no one could figure it out, and it was awesome. Those first few months when everyone was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like the running back is running out of shotgun. This isn't fair. How awesome was that feeling when you unveiled the Wildcat at Pitt and you were just running all over people?
No, I loved it though. I mean, you typically do it when your quarterback's not that good. So we didn't have a lot of good quarterbacks. So we ran the ball all the time. So we had to find different ways to run it. And the Wildcat is the perfect way to run the ball because now you gain an extra blocker. Because now I'm just running the ball. I'm getting the ball direct snap. And when you set up the blocking schemes with the quarterbacks, you can never really block an extra guy or, so now you put the quarterback all the way out, far out, and everybody else is just blockers. So I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it a lot.
It does seem like a fun thing to do, like a change of pace for running back. We were gassing you up earlier, telling you how great you are. We've done enough of that, I think. Why did you carry the football like a loaf of bread? Did you never learn ball security, Shady?
I must have had bad coaches. No. But look, it's Andy Reid's fault.
Okay.
See, this is the example of knowing your players. Well, my first training camp, I had the ball kind of loose, and my running back coach running after me. Hey, tuck the ball. Now that's really natural. And Andy said, "Ain't no never yell." He blew his whistle. He said, "Hey, let him go." He could call me over. He said, "Look, play your game, do what you gotta do. But if you fumble, we're going to change up your whole running style." Now, I didn't really fumble the ball a lot, as you can see in my numbers. Mm-hmm. So Andy Reid kind of got me playing like that.
Every time you ran with the ball, it was like, oh, he's going to fumble. And then you never fumbled.
Yeah. I mean, plus the defense ain't that smart. Defense, they're taught speed ball, run that ball. Storm the ball, and then take it back. Make a miss.
Yeah.
I'd never thought about that, but yeah, it makes sense.
You're basically playing the NFL being like, look at my thumb, G, you're dumb, and like hitting him on the side of the head.
Right. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Have you seen any good movies recently that you want to spoil?
Hey, yo, hold up. Now that my son is of age, he always brings this up.
Yeah. So for people who don't know,
all this YouTube stuff, right? All this YouTube, clips of me talking about it and people talking bad about me. He all the time brings it up. Dang, why did you spoil the end game?
You did. You did. You
tweeted.
It was maybe 24 hours after the new Avengers. And what was the tweet? Damn, they did my dog.
It was R.I.P. my dog, Tony Stark.
Yeah, and everyone was like, what the fuck, dude? So what? Did you, when it happened, when you hit send and then like you went back, looked at your phone, were you like, whoops? Or did you like, no, fuck it. I just saw a movie. I wanted to pay respects to Tony Stark.
If it was today, I wouldn't have did it. I guess I was dumb at it. I was dumb at not knowing how big that movie is. I don't really watch. I don't even want to call them kiddie movies. I don't watch movies like that unless my son wants to go watch them. That's why we're going. And every time we would do, because my son speaks very well, right? Smart kid. We always do interviews. After everything we do, after my games, he would interview me. Dad, you fumbled the ball, So it was the thing we do. So after the movie, all movies, we do interviews with each other. It's like a game we do. It just happened that was one of the biggest movies that's been waiting, anticipated, and I'm the one that spoiled it. I mean, I'll be in the grocery store, old men be like, Shady, was that Shady McCoy? I'm thinking like, yeah, it's me. You want a hug? You want a picture? Why did you spoil that end game? I'm thinking like, oh. So I wish I never did it.
Yeah.
That's one thing I wish I could take back.
Okay, but
for sure.
Do you have another? You want to spoil a movie for us, please? One you've seen recently?
I just watched. What movie we just watched on?
Oppenheimer.
Mission Impossible.
Oh. Okay, what happened in the end of Mission Impossible?
He dies at the end. I'm lying. He didn't die. No, he didn't die. It's a good movie, though.
Have you ever seen The Sixth Sense?
The Sixth Sense? Yeah.
Oh, you have? Shit. Have you seen Fight Club?
No.
Okay, they're the same character the entire time. Brad Pitt and then the other guy.
No. I seen Fight Club.
Did you see the episode of The Sopranos when Tony kills Christopher?
No.
Okay. Oh. All right. When you get there, remember this moment because it was a fucking unreal moment.
Tell me.
Yeah. And then at the end, it cuts to black at the end when they're in a diner and you don't know if Tony lives or dies. That's how the entire series ends.
Oh, okay.
Just something that you might
I do remember
know.
that show.
You should watch it.
I love that show, though. I'm big on mob movies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm huge on them, yeah, for sure.
I mean, it was It was. I loved the moment just because it was ultimate chaos on the internet.
Yeah,
you just basically like pulled the pin, threw a grenade on the internet, and walked away.
Yeah, I wish I didn't do that. You know what? How about one of my teammates, Matt Barkley, was like, Shady, how could you? I don't know what he's about to ask me. I say, what? And then at the time, he's like younger. I'm like, what? He's like, man, the end game. I said, Matt, if you say one thing to me about this show, movie, wherever it is, we're going to have problems. He left it alone. But he really wanted to ask me, like, yo, why'd you spoil it? I didn't know it was that big, bro. I didn't know.
Yeah. I never saw any of those movies, so I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's also probably why we didn't watch it.
But if we were into it, we probably wouldn't have done this interview. I
lost some money behind that. I had a deal with was it Lexus? And we get to the ink to sign the contract, and somebody must have called down from the high execs. I'm like, hold up, Shady McCoy. Oh no, we can't sign him. He spoiled the end game. I was so mad. That's a true story though. I lost that deal because of that game.
That's probably some like rich executive's son was like, no, fuck this. He ruined the movie for me. You can't sign him. So you got like cucked by probably like a 15-year-old.
Got me. Good money too. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that a lot of grown-ups like green monsters running around. I didn't know it was, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was like a regular Spider-Man. Yeah. I didn't know.
And also,
that's so funny.
I know now though.
That's so funny.
And also, R.I.P. my dog Tony Stark. You were just trying to be nice.
Yeah. Pay respect.
Hey, he got the most swag though. Can we say that? Tony Stark got the most swag.
A lot of
billionaire, swag. Got the ladies. He witty with the words.
Mm-hmm. Got a lot of swag. Do you think you're a Hall of Famer?
They should have took Captain America, not Tony Stark. Hall of Fame, yes.
Okay. Pitch us, because you said Julian Edelman, who's a friend of ours, is not a Hall of Famer, but you are. Another spicy take from LeSean.
See how these people do me? I'm a friend of Julian Edelman, first of all. And the question was, I said, well, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's a hell of a player, though. Which he is. Hall of Fame is like, it's like the best of the. And I like Julian, so it wasn't like I was trying to hate on him. And they only showed one part of the interview that I said it. You know how they do that.
Yep.
They cut it off. Anyway, I would say, I got 15,000 all-purpose yards, right? I'm an all-decade running back. I got some Pro Bowls, got some All-Pros. You look at my work collectively, like I was one of them guys. Where you look at a lot of these other dudes, they surrounded by a whole bunch of great players, or they got 1 million carries. That's not me.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of carries. You know what I mean? And I was productive anywhere I went. Mm-hmm. And I think that you add all my accolades. I got a rushing title, right, to go along with that. So, I think the guys that's in the Hall of Fame, if I had to compare myself to them, it's like, why not?
You did end with exactly 15,000 yards from scrimmage. When you were deciding to retire, did that actually play into it? Because it would for me. I'd be like, wait, I'm exactly on that number. Like, I'm sticking. That's awesome.
Yeah, it did. You know what? I wanted to come back. I want to get 12,000 yards. And I think I had Patriots, Jets, the Raiders, and some other team that wasn't that good that wanted me. But I was like, man, I'm going to go there. None of the teams are really good teams. And, like, if I'm going there just to get stats, I'm going to be the backup. So I'm not going to get a lot of carries. So I'm going to add on to the yardage. But am I going to have fun compared to, being with the Bucks? I didn't play a lot, but it was a fun team. It was an older team. We all got along. And we were going for a championship where the other teams weren't. So the yardage, I had the 15,000 and all the other accolades. I said, I'm just going to retire. I had some TV stuff going on anyway. So I just did it. I just said, I'm good. I'm retired.
What about a Hall of Fame moment? Or, you were a great juker. You had some of the best jukes in the game. Do you have a favorite juke, a favorite move you ever put on somebody?
I got a couple, man. The Jacksonville game, I forget what year it was, 2014. And it was a play up the middle, man. I shot like four or five dudes. Pop, 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 pop. They was like unblocked. You know what I mean? We got a safety. I was just making a miss. And then another one I got against Washington, in Washington, against D'Angelo Hall. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. There was holding on that play, though.
Ooh, oh my God. So I hit it with the left, right, pop, pop, pop. You know what I mean? I had a lot of good shakes though. I would see, I like to have fun. So I'll shake a guy. I'm like, damn, did you see that move?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you survive that move? You all right? You know.
I mean, you also had
like
the great, like, cut on a dime for your Twitter handle. Was that's as cool as it could get.
My brother gave me that name. Luckily, it made sense.
Yeah, and
it can cut on dime.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And your mother gave you Shady, right?
My mom did. Yeah, she did. She said I was a shady baby at times.
Your vibes were off.
That's old. Not like that no more. But I was.
Yeah. Well, how so? Like you weren't vibing?
Yeah, it'd be like, you know, one moment I want to talk to my dad and be around him. The next moment I want to be with my mom. Then the next moment I won't be with neither.
Mm-hmm.
She said, he just acted so shady. And it just carried over to like friends, you know, neighbors, teachers.
Yeah.
It just carried on.
It's like, this baby's got something else going on.
Yeah.
I don't know what his angle is.
The vibe is off with this baby.
Smiling to stop smiling, you know?
Uh-huh.
So
That's
old. I ain't shady no more, though. I used to be.
I just wanted to read your high school stat line to you real quick. From 2003, you played in 10 games, and you had 2,561 yards with 28 touchdowns. Then the next year, you played in 13 games. You had almost 3,000 yards, and you had 31 touchdowns. How annoying was it for other teams to have to play against you? Were other parents were like, this isn't fair?
Nah. Where I'm from, we got a lot of good football. Like Michael Parsons is from my hometown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of good. Ricky Waters from my hometown. Right now,
Shane
at my high
Gillis.
school, who?
Shane Gillis.
Yes. Right now, in my high school, we got two All-Americans in my high school, wide receiver and a quarterback. The quarterback's probably the best player to ever come from the mid-state, and that's saying a lot.
Dude,
so we see ballers. We got NBA, we got women NBA players, right? We got players there, so they're used to seeing guys like me. You know, I'm good, but there's some other guys that's probably better.
Pennsylvania is football.
It is.
Like that stretch of Pennsylvania to Ohio that's football.
5,000, 6,000, 8,000 come to watch me play. You know, like I remember Pete Carroll came to my high school to recruit me, and when I was leaving out after the game, I probably put up like 300 yards, you know, something like that. And he's like, man, I'm thinking he's about to tell me how good I did, right? You know, he's like, I'm so impressed with the fans here. Like the fans, so yeah, so many people here for a high school game. I was so surprised. I was like, well, in Pennsylvania, like we play football there. That's our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the best game you ever had?
In high school?
Yeah, or just in your entire career. What's the best game you ever played?
I think I had tallied up to about like 500 yards, I think, in a playoffs game against Central Dauphin. I think I had like 300 rushing, maybe 200 receiving, something like that. 4 or 5 touchdowns. We won the game.
I would hope so.
That must have ruled.
But I'm not a stats guy, just for the record.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not a stats guy. All right. I had one last question. This has been awesome, LeSean. By the way, you are a recurring guest now, so whenever we want you back on, you have to come
Bring
back
me on, baby. Let's do it.
Yes. And this has been a lot of fun.
I'm going to try to pull along either Skip Bayless or Manuel Acho. We'll bring one of them guys with me.
Manuel Acho has me blocked, but that's fine. What did he?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I can't remember what.
Yeah, blocked Acho?
Oh, yeah, because it was that highlight tape he made of Calvin Ridley being like, tell me he isn't throwing games. And it was like 2 clips. And I was like, dude, what are you saying right now? Like, this is crazy. And then he blocked me. So
that's why, you know what it is? That's why we got a good teamwork, because when I'm wrong, he'll tell me, and if he's wrong, I'll tell him. And it's still.
Well, he's wrong all the time, so you have to tell him that like constantly.
What did you think about when he said Sha'Carri Richardson shouldn't be allowed to compete in the Olympics? Because it's one thing for like a basketball player to smoke weed, but if it's track and field and you could get high and then throw a javelin, you could kill somebody.
That's what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Listen, Emmanuel Acho has some takes too. Like, I kind of respect his takes, even though you shouldn't block people, but he does have some spicy takes. He gets the people talking.
I'll say about Acho, man. He's really, really good at his job, though. I'll tell you that. And he's very intelligent. But you know what? I will say this on TV. I'm learning, because I just think that people on TV was all tripping. But we all have the moments where we might say something that other people are not feeling.
Oh yeah,
I get it all the time. You know, so I guess if I don't agree with that, with his take on Sha'Carri. agree with that. But if that's how he felt, the stand. All I ask is stand on what people say.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. People say something, then they see the person in person, the individual person, and then they act like they didn't say anything. I'm like, hold up. Like I seen Justin Fields at at Radio Row, and he wasn't eager to talk to me. I get it. I said some things about his game. He don't want to talk to me, so I understand it. But just don't be like upset. Like, why do you want to speak to me? That's the only thing I hate when people have these outrageous or outlandish, statements about the game or players and et cetera.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fair, and you're right. I mean, we built this entire show on being very dumb and having terrible takes. So you're preaching to the choir.
Now,
right
y'all funny though.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and have a good time.
Yeah. So my last question, the rowback question, rhoback.com. Promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Q-Zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. I'm wearing the shorts right now. Best in the biz, rhoback.com. Promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Super comfortable clothes. You played so many years in the NFL, so many different teammates. Who's the best football player? Let's say no quarterbacks. Best football player you played
Tommy
with.
was the best football player I've ever played with.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to give you two of them. I'm going to get my best teammate I ever had. Now, it doesn't make him my best friend, but my best teammate, a guy like Mike Evans.
Okay.
I mean, like, this dude's like a great person. Like, buying stuff for the starters, buying stuff for the practice squad, everybody. Like holidays, Christmas gifts. In the meetings, who wants the ball? Now, I went Antonio Brown, so he wants the ball, right? Mike's like, well, look, man, if he wants the ball, give it to him. I'm thinking like, damn. I'm used to wide receivers wanting the ball. Mike was so selfless. It was amazing, bro. Like, I've never seen a player like him. And I want to say my best player I ever played with was no quarterbacks, right?
No quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. This dude named Jason Peters.
Oh, yeah.
He's a offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Beast.
Absolute
Beast.
monster.
Best player I ever played with. Playing against dudes like Von Millers to DeMarcus Ware when DeMarcus Ware was like that. No double teams. He would yell at me if I would go chip block for him. Shitty, get your little ass away from here. That's what he would tell me. Get your little ass away from here. And he would block one-on-one. So he's probably my best player I ever played with. I think the second I had to give it to either Deshaun Jackson or Travis Kelce.
Okay, good. Yeah. I like, though, the offensive lineman pick because that always is, people don't give him love. But when it comes down to it, I feel like those elite offensive linemen, when players talk about them, they're like, yeah, it's just different. It's different how they are, when they're on the field and what they can do for the game.
He was so good. Like when players get hurt, I check on them. Hey, you cool? You good? All right. Because we know guys gonna miss games. That's football, right? Just get better, bro. He's the only guy when he would get hurt. Oh, you all right, man? How you feeling? How the ankle looking? How's your back? You good? Because I knew if he was playing, I'm easy gonna get 80 yards, 70 yards from just his side.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to make sure he was playing. You need anything to drink? You dehydrated? Need some water? He's the only guy that I made sure I knew what he needed. What was he doing on the off season? Yo, how you feeling, big guy? You good? Because I know what type of player he was. So he's probably the best player I ever played with.
That's
you
awesome.
get to see him up close, and especially in the screen game when you were really good at like staying in for a little bit, then turning around, then you get him out in front of you, and then it looks easy from that point.
And he's fast. Listen, he used to play tight end in college. He's one of them guys. Like, play tight end. Probably wasn't really that, like, he was good, but he wasn't a beast. And then gained some weight, played tackle. He had great feet. He was quick. He was fast. You get him on them screens, he was dumping dudes with one hand. He's so good, he's still playing today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. Well, Shady, this has been awesome. I think you are absolutely ready for the Skip Bayless co-hosting job. You have not only the takes, but even one thing you did that's very underrated, just the random shot at Jay Cutler for no reason. That's a sign of being like a media professional, which I didn't appreciate, but that's fine. But that is like, I feel like Jay gets more random shots than any quarterback ever. So yeah, you're ready for it. You're ready for the job.
You know what? I like Jay Cutler though. I think he's a hell of a player. I
don't
didn't even know that.
Nah, you don't.
You know what I've been? I've been hanging out with Brandon Marshall too much.
Yeah, you
have. It kind of rubbed off on me. So all the bad Jay Cutler takes I get from him. So it's like, you get what I'm saying.
Listen, when he does the bad Jay Cutler takes, just be like, hey, Brandon, what was your favorite playoff game you played in?
Ooh, see, that's a low blow right there.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
I could learn from you.
Yeah, yes. Well, this has been awesome, man. We really appreciate it. We definitely want you back on, so thanks so much.
Yep. Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Yep, I love y'all show, man.
Shady McCoy is brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook. I've got the Barstool Sportsbook open right here. I've been betting on the U.S. women's national team. Haven't been so successful at that. Mr. Women is having a struggle, but you don't get off that horse. I'm going to stay true to my system. I'm going to see if it turns a corner. It's due. Mr. Women is due, but we're also betting on Major League Baseball. We've got a lot of stuff up there that you can check out right now. We've got win totals over-under for NFL season. We've got futures on Super Bowls, on division championships. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Check it out at the Barstool Sportsbook. Download and sign up for the Barstool Sportsbook today. Terms apply. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Okay, Mount Rushmore time. It is time for the Mount Rushmore of easy tasks that make you feel accomplished. I like this Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a fun one.
Doing a podcast.
Yeah. Complimenting Hank. Hank, you look good today.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
I feel accomplished.
Yeah, Hank, you're barely sunburned.
Yeah.
That's good. That means I'm tan. So
Yeah,
I'm tan.
you're tan. What's the order here?
In the last one we recorded, Billy and I went first, Hank and Max second, Big Cat PFC's third. So Big Cat, I believe you guys are first. No. Hank's first.
Hank's first, we're
Big
second.
Cat's- yeah.
Well, Hank and Max.
Hank and Max.
It's a team.
Yeah, Max is just the forgotten man of this team.
Gross.
Okay.
All right, so I'll let Max.
All right, here we go.
No.
Take the second one. Do the second one.
Max.
No, no,
Hank
no.
hasn't,
All right.
Hank hasn't forgotten me, but the rest of this podcast has. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, I just said Max.
No, Hank is point guard, but I'm still a role player.
I forgot about you, Max. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Bill.
You're Ben Wallace.
Sure, Ben Wallace was a great,
Yeah.
probably the best role player of all time.
You're Kenny Lofton Jr.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Sure.
thick in the paint. No,
Yep.
you're that kid from Division 3. Remember him? Who was like 400
is-
pounds.
Oh, the guy that Zion was dunking on?
Yeah. No, it was a
Kid
different
from-
guy.
No, the kid kid in in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I Yeah. mean,
He was nice.
Big Cat, go one episode without calling me fat challenge.
I
Impossible.
didn't last episode.
Sickening.
My flip flops.
That was pre-show.
That was
I said
also
the flip flops looked bad.
months ago.
Yeah, it
By the
was
time
months
Joe-
ago. Okay, Hank, you're up.
All right, there's not a clear 1-1 of this in my mind, which maybe is incorrect. And I feel pretty good about, not losing the Mount Rushmore, so I think I'm just going to go fast and loose here.
Okay.
Showering.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. Nothing like a good shower.
There's
I
nothing
like it.
easier than taking a shower, and, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. If maybe you're, like, hungover, you just sit on the couch all day, take a shower at 4 o'clock. It's the beginning of the day.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a whole new day, fresh outlook on life.
It's like
a
Clark
mental
Kent
thing.
going into the phone booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever like taking a shower at night right before you go to bed?
Yeah, it
That's
feels
a good
good.
feeling.
Yeah.
Hop into a clean bed, your body's clean.
After like a long, hard day of podcasting
Yeah.
in the mines.
You ever take a shower at night and then wake up and you're like, I still need to take a shower in the morning, just because.
Oh yeah.
What about the post yard work shower is a good shower too.
Yep.
I don't understand. I think this was one of those memes, the red pill, blue pill meme from like maybe 6 months ago. People who shower at night and people shower in the morning.
We had this exact debate on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand for the life of me anyone who doesn't shower in the morning.
Yeah, you got to shower in the morning
Right.
before you go to work.
'Cause it makes you feel
sometimes
accomplished.
Then
Yeah.
you go home, maybe you work
Yes.
out, then you shower before bed.
That's totally fine.
Great
But
feeling.
I would feel like just doo-doo going to work without showering first.
Unaccomplished, would you say?
Unaccomplished. Yeah. Okay. Good pick. I think we'll go with our 1-1.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Unsubscribing to spam emails. One of my favorite easy tasks that just makes you feel awesome when you like have your entire email inbox. Memes is shaking his head. He's like, good one. Because that moment where you're like, I gotta unsubscribe from some of these. Hit it. Do a mass one. Oh, you feel like you like conquered the world.
But I feel like it never works these days. They
Eh.
somehow find a way.
I think it
works.
has to.
I think that's outdated
Why?
because like most mail services like Gmail filter those all out already.
That's not true.
no,
Not
not
for
true
me.
at all.
If you buy like anything
true.
online, you get an email about it for the rest of your life.
Yep. Here's the first 5
Yeah.
things in my
Yeah.
inbox I just opened up.
I could do this all day.
Yeah.
Hymns, don't ask. Peloton, hymns again, don't ask. Barstool Sports, and then something called GoPhobo Screenings.
All
Or
right.
I think it's a movie thing.
I got Expedia,
This is great.
F45,
Yeah.
Voodoo,
Okay.
Swing Pass Golf. No idea what that is. And Adobe.
Yeah, so it very much still is a thing.
Here's mine. I got, let's see. I have Chicago Blackhawks, Honey Grow, Evolve. I don't know what Evolve is. Do you guys know what Evolve is? Paramount Plus, Washington Post, Nomad London. Never stayed there. Something called Valon.
You should unsubscribe from the Nomad London.
Coaching You, Outer Known. It's bad. Something called
Coaching
Steven.
you is because of me.
Yeah.
I signed you up for a coaching symposium at the Final Four.
God damn it.
Remember that?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Something called Stephen Che, Instacart. It's just on and on. I need to do it. Like, I have to do it. Okay, so Billy, I don't know. You're just not going. You're just not getting yourself out there.
You're not signed up for enough stuff.
Yeah.
It is the ultimate, like, buy a T-shirt online, sign up for, and I know that you can click a box, but I always miss it at the end because they'll trick you with like terms and services and also that other box, and you'll just you just get emails forever.
I got one the other day that was actually like, it was like they tried to reverse psychology you into like click this for, I forget how it was worded, but it was a way that was worded where it was like they wanted you to click it to get the emails, knowing that people don't.
Right.
Click here if you don't want to be bothered by not saving money.
Yeah.
Also, a subset of this exact Rushmore is when you find the email where they make the unsubscribe like hidden, and then when you find it, you're like, yes,
Got it.
You fuckers tried to get me. You know when they'll put it like really tiny font and like hide it in like somewhere in a
see-through.
paragraph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got one from Trump.
It's time. It's time to take
Yeah,
America
he's
back.
back. He's back.
Yep. I bet you I'll get like 3 more in the course of this Mount Rushmore. Okay.
Yeah, were you with those two?
I want that one.
Rogue.
No, you want. I don't. That's.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I don't think it's a good one.
We stink. Go. This one.
Cleaning up around the house, just getting things tidy. Your room, like clean house, clean mind.
I
type
think it needs to be more specific than that.
Cleaning up around the house.
Are you talking like dustpan? Are you talking vacuuming? Are you talking about
No,
counters?
I'm just like taking off all the dirty clothes and putting them in the laundry hamper, like
laundry.
cleaning the
But
dishes.
you can't get that's so many things.
I actually agree with Max on this because
Pick one.
Yeah.
Man.
Taking the clothes off the floor and putting shit.
Oh, fuck.
So we're getting vetoed?
You guys
No,
can say-
just doing the laundry is one.
Yeah.
Doing the
I
dishes
think
is
they
one.
Cleaning your room. Cleaning your room.
There you go.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah. That's fair.
I was going
Cleaning
to
your room.
suggest that.
There's-
That's a good
There's
choice.
multiple things that can be done. Like no one's cleaning their whole house.
You
You don't live in a house.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Billy's
yeah,
also
never
like
mind, never mind.
sweeping up after your hedgehog. That's part of cleaning
Yeah.
your house.
Yeah.
We're taking the weights off the squat rack.
No racking them.
Yeah, moving the weights from the squat rack so that you can cook eggs.
All right, next one.
I think it's a good one, Billy.
Okay, go rogue. He's going rogue.
That's not rogue. I
He's
had
going
it.
very rogue.
Jake doesn't
No.
go rogue.
He's going
No.
very rogue.
Calling your parents.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Because if
That's
you
a
call
good
them,
one.
it makes you feel good.
it
Yes.
does.
Agreed.
It
Keep
does.
in touch with them every day. I have a reminder in my phone, 7 p.m. Call the family
Yes.
every day.
That's a very good.
Just in case I haven't.
That
you
makes
call
me
your
feel
parents
bad,
every
but
day?
Every day is.
Sometimes I screw it up, but
That
it's
makes
just
me feel
it's just a
terrible.
reminder.
Yeah. I need to call my mom. Can we take a
Yeah.
break?
yeah.
My
My
dad's
bad,
definitely
son.
gonna text me after
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Jake calls every day.
Yeah.
I think
Thanks,
I
Jake.
think it's important.
It
makes
is
you feel
nice.
accomplished.
It
and
is
it's
nice.
easy. It's maximum sometimes 60 seconds, but
You should call your parents more than you think.
yeah,
They want to hear from you.
it's easy.
They have to be so annoyed.
Told you, Billy. I can cook.
They have to be so annoyed.
He's cooking. Sorry.
Let Jake cook.
Jake's
Sometimes
parents
it's
have
not
to be
that
like,
easy.
oh, not again. Every single day. Okay. Yeah, you pick one. I'll pick one.
Okay. No, we're just.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
going
we only
once.
have one. We
We're
only
going
have one.
I think we're going number 10. I like number 10.
I think we get that way later.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like 4. 4's the easy one.
Yeah, 4's good.
You know what? Go with what you want.
You know what? I'm going to go 14.
Okay.
I'm going to go 14.
Okay, do it. Yeah.
Are
I like
these
it.
numbers real?
I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
No.
they're
Are
all
these
real.
numbers real,
They're
or are
real.
you just
They're all real.
We
just
just
making
have,
up?
We have
I like
a
it.
plethora
I
of
love
choices.
this one. I love this one for us.
Mowing the lawn. Mowing the lawn feels great.
Awesome.
When was the last time you mowed the lawn?
Yeah.
Great question.
Listen, let's
Why
not
does that
be,
matter?
Let's not be fucking
you
big
just never
city
feel
boy
accomplished?
elites. We got a lot of listeners out there that mow lawns.
Mowing the
that
lawn
live
is
in
great.
suburbs, that live in country.
so
like
this isn't pandering.
no, I'm just saying, like you guys are thinking about just us. There's a whole country out there, Max.
It's easy tasks that make you feel accomplished.
yes,
Yeah, and
if
Hank-
you've ever mowed the lawn, it feels awesome.
I've mowed many
I've lived in
lawns.
multiple
Yeah.
homes where I had to mow the lawn, and it's such a great feeling when you're done. You look at your lawn, everything looks perfect.
It's the best.
It's like taking a shower for your yard.
Yeah.
Put it in terms you can understand.
Also, not that easy of a task,
Hank,
but
Hank,
but
as
that's
an
It's pretty
esteemed
easy.
landscaper,
It's pretty easy.
that takes.
It might be hard for a dummy like you.
Hank,
somebody without
as an
some-
And also, if
esteemed
you're not
strength
weed
that I
whack,
have.
if you're not weed whacking the edges at the end, like it's a waste of
Well,
time.
that's good too. Maybe do.
But that's a
little
whole task.
you
That's
can
a
do
chore.
weed whacking.
Easy.
That is not an easy task.
left
That
that
is a
one
chore.
Mowing
No,
weeding,
That's a chore.
weeding your backyard.
So is cleaning up your room.
It's honestly
But it's
pathetic
easy.
how hard you guys have to try to find something wrong
It's
with our great
gross.
picks.
It's
That's a good
gross.
pick.
All right,
No,
go ahead.
that's subpar. But continue.
You're so dumb. You don't know how to mow a lawn.
Oh,
I never mowed a lawn.
The nice answer. You'd cut off your toes with those fucking flip flops.
All right, we got two here.
Whose picks are these?
These are me and Max's. Our first one is going to be doing laundry.
Okay.
Okay, good
Good
pick.
one.
Easy.
Good one.
Always feels good.
Picking the laundry off the ground, throwing it in the hamper,
Yeah.
washing it. Yeah,
Yep.
good pick.
Not easy,
Clean boxers, clean socks, nothing better.
but also not easy.
I agree. It's time consuming.
It doesn't. You don't do it that often.
I do.
Laundry, the actual
It's a
act
good pick.
of like
No, I'll say
doing
this.
laundry
It's
is
a
like
good pick.
15 minutes.
Talk-
you wait a while.
Talk
but-
about coastal elites, and like this is when I felt like I was making it in life, because when we moved to New York, I would have to go to a laundromat.
That's brutal.
Then I was doing laundry like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I just left, like 10 pounds of clothes in Brooklyn when I moved. Once I moved into an apartment with laundry in my unit, that's when I was like, oh, I can do laundry all the time.
Yeah.
Felt like an absolute schnob.
We should actually do a Mount Rushmore life upgrades.
Yeah.
Because like that, another one is like my old apartment didn't have a garbage disposal,
Oh, it's so
and
nice.
then I got one. I was like, this fucking rules.
I will. This is gonna be the first time I'll have in-unit washer and dryer in my new apartment, and it's gonna be a studio. I'm thinking about not getting a laundry basket, and all of my dirty clothes just go into the washer.
Smart.
It's not gonna last.
Yeah, no, that doesn't.
That's
That's a
smart,
good
Max.
thought.
Doesn't
That's a good thought.
Doesn't that
I love
sound
that
thought.
smart?
Not gonna
I feel like.
Sounds smart.
I
but
feel
it's
like
not
it-
gonna last.
But
You know what
what's
that
the
means?
difference
Your
between
studio
putting it
apartment's
in
You're gonna
gonna
have
become
so
your-
many piles.
Your studio apartment's going to become your laundry
Yeah,
basket.
it's
No,
gonna be
no, no.
just
That
piles
thing's,
everywhere.
that thing's gonna be clean.
I needed probably it was in my budget was studio apartment. I was like, this was just gonna become a bomb scene if I move into this. Like if one room
Yeah.
is my whole room,
Yeah,
No,
scary
no.
stuff.
Fine.
Next pick, going for a long walk.
nice.
Oh,
We had that.
with
Yeah.
your cousins.
we got something better.
Billy wanted going for a run. When
No,
run
stop
is
that,
not
stop.
a
You
run
haven't
is
made
not
the pick
easy.
No,
yet.
that's not
Stop
easy
it.
at all.
We're
That's
not
not
taking
easy
that.
at
Yeah, that's what I was saying to him.
Okay,
Like a
I might
walk
take
is
going
a
for a
walk is
run
a good
just to-
pick. A run
Good
is not
pick.
easy.
I have something similar, but I think it's different enough that it should count. Walking the dog. Mm-hmm. Very easy task. When you are like, "Hey, I walked the dog today."
Well, it depends on how big
Instant.
the poop is.
Well, yeah, but that's pretty
No,
easy
it's
to pick
a-
up.
Also,
Easy
probably a
task.
lot of listeners that don't have dogs. If we're
Oh,
doing that
okay.
game.
Yeah. Well,
You feel
Matt,
like
we know you weren't going to pick walking the dog.
when you walk your dog, you feel like you've done something good for somebody else too.
Max is like walking the dog to the kill shelter.
Wrong. Don't have a dog.
You choke chain.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to disparage.
What are you going to say?
I'm not going to.
I think
What are you
going
going to
for
say?
I won't.
All right, walking the dog is a great easy task.
What are you gonna say, Hank?
Especially
I want to know what Hank was gonna say.
I don't want to disparage.
No,
I'm
go
positive
Hank.
vibes. If I
Go
was
ahead.
going to disparage, I would say the Mount Rushmore is things that make you feel accomplished. That is, you're doing that for your dog.
No,
But you
Oh,
feel
no,
good
no,
about
no,
what
no,
you've done
no,
for
You're
your
not
dog.
doing that for yourself.
No,
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 you
no,
don't
no,
have to
no.
do that for
Hank,
your dog.
You need to learn
No.
how to be selfless because
Yeah.
making somebody else feel good makes you feel good.
Also, hold on 1 second. It's also if you are someone who's
That's why I wasn't going to disparage.
if you're in a relationship
I'm happy I
and you
didn't.
have a dog, or even if you have kids and a dog, taking care of the dog becomes like the thing that like no one wants to do at some point when you have kids, and you're like, if you do it constantly, you get a check, easy check. Took the dog out, easy.
And you get the accomplishment of going for a walk yourself.
Correct.
Oh, our pick. Continue.
Oh, but now we're
Oh, our
actually
pick,
saving
continue.
a dog.
But
Oh, our pick,
your
continue.
pick is just a bonus for our pick.
yeah,
That's how good our pick is.
It is
Yeah.
two birds, one stone.
Yeah,
I
we
think about it like
completely
that for
we
you guys.
engulfed your pick.
we did everything. We're efficiency.
We
Oh, our pick,
absorbed your
continue.
pick.
Not only did you walk, yeah, we took your pick and
you
made it
took our
better.
pick.
Yeah.
Supercharged
No,
it.
you took our pick. But
Your pick is a nice little add-on for our pick that we also get.
Okay.
We'll do the first one and the last one.
But the thing is, that includes going there and getting them and coming back.
Uh-oh. Go rogue. Go rogue.
You got it, Jake.
Go rogue.
All right, we'll do the safe one first. Okay. First one we're going to do is reading current events. It's important to
pass.
Bill, you like that one. Don't do that.
Okay.
Reading current events.
The New York Times daily briefing takes 5 minutes.
I don't trust the New York Times. They try to take down
Watching the
Barstool.
news. You put it on for 5 minutes.
That's just me personally.
Checking the Barstool
I hold
blogs.
grudges. I hold grudges.
It's an easy task that can make you feel accomplished.
Okay.
Guess you guys don't
Good
do
pick. No, that's a good pick.
That's a
I
pick.
mean,
That's a
I
pick.
don't know what to.
Great pick.
Pick.
Good pick.
Pick.
It was a pick.
That's a pick.
You made a pick. It's
Good
not a
pick.
bad pick. It's just the news sucks.
It makes you feel anxiety.
Yeah. Okay. Next
do you
pick. You guys got it. You guys got it.
Getting a quick workout in.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes
that
you
easy?
really
Easy task?
accomplished.
It's a workout.
easy.
You
All right,
should
give us
sweat.
another pick. You guys get another chance.
We have
Go
a
ahead.
good list.
Yeah, give us another chance. We'll pick the better of the two.
Putting away the groceries.
Okay.
That was my 1-1.
That was your 1-1.
Well, it was up there. It was on the list.
I don't know what to pick.
I don't either.
I would say putting away the groceries just because getting a quick workout is not an easy task.
Not easy.
Yeah.
For you, you're a gym guy.
But like you can get a good one.
50. I think we go
Billy
18.
Jim is
Talking
good.
to the mic.
Putting away
I was going to say 17 or 18.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah. You pick. You decide.
Okay, all right. Rolling a perfect joint.
Yeah.
Rolling a nice clean joint.
Is great, easy task. It
Easy
makes
task.
you feel very accomplished.
Yep. And then everyone's
Smoking
like,
weed makes you feel accomplished.
Yeah,
preparing
to
smoke.
preparing
weed.
the weed, then you smoke it, and you're like, I've done everything today. I've rolled that sick
A
joint.
quick workout.
It's basically like you're a farmer.
I'm on Billy. I'm on Team Billy here. Much more accomplished is working
What?
out.
You
Rolling
guys
a
like
joint.
working
Rolling
hard.
Hank
Rolling
knows.
a joint's way easier than working out.
Obtaining
I'll tell you
And
that
it's
much.
also-
I'll tell you that
and-
much for a fact.
And when you roll a perfect one, you feel a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but,
earned it.
But then you're no.
But then you
Then you're chilling.
You guys
out.
are cops that don't smoke.
no, but that's not accomplishment of
Yo, it
You've
is.
never rolled a perfect joint,
have
sir.
you ever rolled a joint?
not a good one.
Okay.
Exactly. So someday when you roll a perfect one, call me on that day.
pouring a perfect pint.
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
you already
sure,
had
that-
2 picks
yeah.
in the last one.
Okay.
But when you roll a perfect joint, it's you've created art, and then you get to smoke it.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's a lot of times where you don't roll the perfect joint. You're like, fuck, this sucks. Hank knows.
Hank knows.
No, I mean,
Hank
you guys.
knows.
I'm again not going to disparage. Whatever.
No, what were you
It's a
gonna
good
say?
pick. It's a good pick.
What were you gonna say, Hank?
I don't think either of you guys can roll good joints, so I don't know how much experience
I
you've
have
had
rolled
feeling
perfect
that.
joints
but
before.
Hand up. I'm not good at rolling joints. But
Yeah, I know.
But when you roll a good one, have I rolled a joint?
Yeah.
I've rolled.
probably-
I've rolled
Probably sucked.
at least a half dozen perfect joints in my life, and every time I felt great.
You almost don't want to smoke it.
Yeah, you just
wanna
look at it.
Easy. That's an easy task then. If you've done it 6
Everybody
times. in
Well,
your
if
comes
I
life.
did
over.
it more,
No, that is pretty easy though. If
Everyone
you've done
that
it
comes
6
over the house,
times.
look at this
Yeah.
joint that I rolled 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
How nice is that?
That's so easy. Okay.
Shut the fuck up, Max.
I bet I can rip.
cut his mic off.
Let's keep it simple here. Taking out the trash.
Okay,
Good pick.
good pick.
That I can't believe that fell so low.
Yeah,
neither.
that was.
I mean,
that was
it's
a
a-
Good
fault.
value.
That was stupid.
Good fourth
that
round
we didn't
value.
do that. All right,
I'm
other
not going to
things.
disparage it, but I like to recycle.
Other things that we missed. Cleaning up after a bachelor party probably doesn't happen enough, but that is one of the all-time feeling of
That sounds like a chore.
No, but like when you're the first up and you clean up all the cans, you feel like you're the king of the day. You basically get a free reign for the rest of the day.
Everyone's like, oh my God, how did you do that?
Yeah,
I just woke up 30 minutes
and
early.
you have to do like a beer run or a food run. You don't have to do that.
Yeah. What
Did
about
anyone take dishes?
no one
No.
took dishes? That's cleaning the
No
house.
dishes, nothing.
Flipping a pancake perfectly. That's a good feeling too.
Yep. Good feeling.
Well, like just in the pan.
Yeah, when you
or an
turn
egg,
it over,
Making
it stays together.
Making a sick playlist. Just being like right before like maybe a long drive. Just being like just sitting down on Spotify, making a sick playlist. How about this? Is kind of similar to the spam emails, but clearing out all the open apps on your phone and like closing all the tabs. That feels good.
Mm-hmm.
What else you guys got?
Tossing a beer perfectly across a room.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Yep.
get that connection, guy to guy.
Throwing out old clothes.
Yeah.
That feels very good when you clean out your like closet.
Weeding.
Weeding, yeah. Paying any bill. Any bill.
It's hard for some people.
It is.
I've been thinking about something.
Okay.
I think on the graphic, the dog thing should be taking the dog out, not taking the dog for a walk.
Why?
No, now that you're confusing letting the dog out with taking a dog for a walk. Two
Because-
separate things. Two separate things.
They're going to be right next to each other.
Walking the dog.
They're going to be
Walking the
right
the
next.
dog.
If we picked walking the if you went first and picked walking the dog, you would not have allowed taking a
No, you can
taking
go
Yeah,
a
for
you
a
can
walk.
do that.
I agree with you.
No,
Max.
you can go for a walk.
Shut up, Billy. No, you don't.
I agree.
What's the
with you.
next thing? You're going to say, what's one of your picks? Cleaning out the cat litter box?
That probably makes you feel very accomplished.
Yeah, if you had a
You're-
cat.
you-
This
like,
might be just a personal one for me, but it always felt good, like walking under a door and then touching up, like jumping in the air and touching the door jamb on the top. That felt
Oh fuck! Here's taking a piss and flushing the toilet perfectly.
Yes.
So that
yes.
you save maximum amount of
Great
time.
one. That is a great one.
Holding
Go-
the door open for someone.
Yep, that's a good one. Packing the night before a trip, not waiting till the day of. That feels awesome.
Buying coffee for the group in the morning.
Oh, that's a good one, Billy. Yeah,
Bagels.
that is a
Donuts.
good one. Yeah, that's a good
good.
one.
Bringing bagels.
Yeah.
Taking
what
all your
else?
supplements in the morning.
Taking your supplement. Remembering to take your pills. Washing your car. I think we said. Some good ones though.
Yeah.
Parallel parking.
Yeah.
Nailing a parallel park job. Pretty good.
This
It's
also
not easy for me.
This also might be for just dudes in a relationship, but there's definitely an accomplishment feeling of picking up dinner on the way home. Just be like, "What do you want for dinner? I'll pick it up."
And
And you really don't do anything. You just literally just go.
Remembering a birthday
Remembering a birthday is a good one.
or anniversary.
yeah.
same with similar what you said, like bringing home flowers for a significant other. I
Yeah.
can go a long way.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good one. That's a good, easy accomplishment. That's true. Remembering a birthday is pretty good.
Yeah.
It feels good when you do that.
Damn.
I feel like that's pretty easy.
You guys should have took the piss one. That was a good pick.
I just
Yeah,
thought
the
of it.
piss one's really good. I love doing that.
Kicking myself for that.
There's nothing feels better than that.
And obviously, if you don't time it right, that's just sitting there.
Yeah. Or like
You're not flushing twice.
peeing confidently at a urinal next to a megastar.
Being able to spell out your whole name.
Pooping
the snow.
before.
Oh, and pee.
yeah,
and
yeah,
pee.
pee,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you
like-
meant just like HANK.
That's sick. Whenever I nail it on the first try.
Pooping before you shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. I think we have some good ones.
I do that every time.
Yeah, no, but sometimes there's every now and then that you like fuck up your.
I refuse to
We're-
take a shower until
No,
I
but
at
if
least
you-
try and poop.
But if you show, so you're always trying.
Well, like I mean, sometimes I don't have to poop, but
Well,
like,
that's the problem. That's what what Billy's saying, and I agree with like if you sometimes will shower and then like 20 minutes later you're like shit, I have to poop.
And then you're like,
That's
I'm
the
unclean.
worst.
I
That's why you
refuse to
always
allow-
try?
Yes, I'm incapable of taking a shower without at least sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, I just imagine
Yeah.
you like my 4-year-old. Like I'm like you got to go try. You sit there with your iPad and watch Elmo.
Well, I'm also pretty good at pooping. That if I sit down, I can normally get
I
something
bet
out.
you are.
Yeah,
I bet
Yeah.
you are, big boy.
challenge failed.
What I said, big boy. That's not come on.
Max, when you look at a toilet, do you have to poop?
No. When I look at it, it's more if I hear like the shower running, it's like, oh,
You have to
poop time,
poop.
poop time.
Poop time, poop time, poop time, poop time, poop time. Also, an
Pavlovian.
easy one is just responding to a person's text. Like
Oh,
we have a
that's
we
not
have a
easy.
certain person in our life who sometimes we forget to respond to, and when we do, it does feel accomplished.
texting is
Shout out, Big Mike.
texting is the. I almost put that on my everyday enemies. Just Steve Jobs for inventing cell phones.
Yeah, texting. And there's nothing worse than when you read a text and respond in your head, and then you realize a day later you hadn't responded. Oh, that's the worst feeling.
Pretty much every single text I've ever
A
read.
new feature of being able to change an iMessage to unread is clutch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't.
Oh,
I
I've
don't
never,
do that.
I've never
to the
turned
left.
read
That's
receipts
sneaky.
on.
Try it right now.
That sounds dishonest.
You can
Yeah.
make it unread.
That sounds very
It's just
dishonest.
a
Go
good
back to
reminder.
it.
Yeah.
Jake,
Okay.
are you gaslighting people?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that's a good
you know
one.
what's
I
bad?
like that, Jake.
The worst feeling is when you text somebody and you need a favor or you're asking them for something and you pull up their name and the last thing that you have is a text from them that
Yes.
you didn't respond to.
Yes.
Oh,
That
hey,
is the
just seeing
worst.
this. Sorry. And then you wait like 2 minutes
Oh,
and then you
speaking
send
of
your
which,
request.
I'm gonna text Todd McShay and Dan Heron.
Oh yeah,
right
you have
now.
like quarterly
Just saying
things
what's
that are on my
up.
Yeah.
phone.
I'm just gonna say, hope you're well, Todd.
Yeah, you ever text someone happy birthday and the last time you text them was happy birthday a year ago to the day?
Yep.
Yeah, that's always interesting. And then that clearly means they didn't wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah.
For
Okay. Good Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, great job, guys, all around.
Good job, everyone.
This episode is brought to you by FX's Justified, City Primeval. Based on the best-selling Elmore Leonard novels, Timothy Oliphant is back as Marshall Raylan Givens. His hair's grayer, his hat's dirtier. While balancing life as a U.S. Marshal and part-time father, a chance encounter sends him to Detroit, where he crosses paths with the Oklahoma wild man, a violent sociopath, and his powerful defense attorney who finds herself caught between cop and criminal. FX is Justified, City Primeval, all new Tuesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Okay. Let's wrap up. We got Fyre Fest of the week. Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you have to complain about?
I mean, you guys. It's about. You know what it's going to be about. I know we talk about it, a lot, and people are probably sick of it. And honestly, it's you guys have somehow gotten into a point where I'm getting sick of it.
You're getting sick of golfing?
I have never. I just picked it up. It's a hobby. I don't have a lot going on in my life. I just picked up a little hobby, something to do on the side, play a little golf.
What do you mean you just picked it up?
Picked it up like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Are you upset because there's a PMTV out right now that you can watch on the Pardon My Take YouTube? Is that your Fyre Fest?
Well, just like you guys talk about how much I play, which is false. You gaslight people into thinking I play all the time.
How many times you play this week? It's Thursday.
Good question.
2. One of them PFT made me PFT
so that's 2 out of 3 days.
Dragged me out there.
Dragged Hank out there.
Almost a hole in one yesterday,
Big Cat,
but missed
to
it.
your point, you should check out the Pardon My Take YouTube channel, because in a change of pace, me and Hank actually teamed up this week. So we're on the same team, trying to break 100 as a duo in the front 9 in Austin, Texas, with Matty Walsh. And so me and Hank, we're pulling on the same side of the rope here. It's all love between us. I don't know why you're upset about that. It's me and Hank versus the course. It's not it was me against you or anything.
Wait. So, all right. So you and Hank were on the same team. Hank, do you have any videos?
Whose Fyre
where you
Fest is this?
Do you have any videos where you go up against someone playing golf coming out soon?
No. I have a video coming out with Frankie Borelli on Monday.
Oh, okay. All right.
We put out the Stella Blue 2-hole challenge the other day where I didn't have my clubs and didn't get to warm
Seems like
up.
a lot of golf.
Well, this is all work stuff.
Well, Big Cat, I mean, you asked the question. It is me and Hank on the same team. It's not like we're competing against each other, but they do show the scores at some point during the round.
Okay, so now the Fyre Fest. Yeah.
Then they continue to show the scores, but
So
it's not. We didn't even know what we were shooting.
Whose Fyre Fest is this?
This Fyre Fest is actually your Fyre Fest should be.
You don't know what my Fyre Fest is. I haven't said what it is.
Your Fyre Fest should be you.
My
yourself.
Fyre Fest is you.
No, it should be you.
It's you.
You.
It's you and it's you.
No, it's you.
I just picked up golf. I'm just trying to play and have a good time. And I have thick skin. I've been through it all. I've worked here for 10 years. I've heard it all. Usually, it washes right off my head. But everyone,
was that a rolls off your shoulders, rolls off your back?
It was like skin off my back.
Yeah,
rolls off my back. Washes out of my hair.
Yeah, brush it off your shoulder.
Yeah,
everyone wash it off his head.
Everyone, because of how much you guys lie and say that all I do is play golf, everyone, all these comments are like, oh, if someone that plays golf so much, you suck.
Well, you do play a lot.
It's just a hobby. It's just something I do for fun. It's just something I do to distract myself from, from life. Yeah. From just get away, get out of the office. We do it for work now. And it's like, I guess one of those things where it's like, you love something and then it becomes your job and all of a sudden you just don't like it anymore. And
so you're done playing golf?
Oh, I feel so bad for you. You played 2 times in the last 3 days, and you also went to Torrey Pines over the weekend.
I didn't play at Torrey Pines.
Did you go to Torrey Pines over the wooden?
No.
Yeah.
I went.
Where'd you stay?
The Hilton.
Where'd you go?
You
went to Torrey Pines. You went to Torrey Pines.
The Hilton La Jolla, which is on the Torrey Pines golf course.
Okay,
coincidentally,
I'm kind of on your side
Sunday, but I came back
the
from
last
work.
thing.
Anyway,
the last thing I want to do is overstate how much golf you play. How many rounds of golf have you played this summer?
I don't know. Are we counting the work trip we went on to Mid Pines?
Sure.
When we golfed, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's summer. I told you guys I'm gonna be taking some personal time this summer.
But
my
again,
Fyre Fest is
your
just that
Fyre
I
Fest
just
is
want to
you.
go out and have
It's
fun.
you
and
suck at
people
golf.
are being really mean to me, and I'm just sick of it. The video, go watch it on PMT. I didn't play my best. And then I have a video coming out with Frankie that it was after Sunday night. Hank? We recorded whatever. I'm not going to spoil it. We recorded the podcast till 4 a.m, and then I drove to Long Island and had 2 hours of sleep.
4 a.m.
I played at 8 a.m, so I was playing on 2 hours of sleep. And it's just like people, whatever. I'm not gonna. I guess it's lame to be like my Fyre Fest is people are being mean to me, but
no, your Fyre Fest is you for sucking.
It's made me not want to play golf in a sick twist of reality. You assholes have somehow got it in a world where like I don't even want to play golf because I just know people are gonna be mean to me, and it's not nice.
No, let's be honest. You don't want to play golf.
I'm excited for football to be back.
Job anymore. You want to just play golf on the side.
I'm excited football is back, and then I won't. I'll be not playing anymore. But
you're not going to play any more golf once football starts. That's what you just said.
No, I'm just not as much, not as frequent.
Okay.
Okay, so just twice a week.
Maybe you should just get better.
I think I need to take some lessons.
By practicing more and playing more.
I need to take some lessons.
That's a good point. I think the problem is you don't play enough golf, Hank.
Right.
Yeah.
And you play almost to the limit of the amount of golf that you can play.
No, again, I stayed at a golf course this weekend, didn't play. I was at a golf course today, didn't play. Like it's work. And yeah, it's like it really is like, people that play video games for a living and then they like get sick of it and quit because they're like, this thing that I did as a hobby, now that's my job. I don't like it anymore. You guys have turned this into a world where I just don't have. I don't know. It's just people are not nice.
You're a porn star that doesn't like sex anymore.
Pretty much, yeah. I've been fucked out of the fun.
It's sad. It's sad to hear.
Out of you.
But you should watch the video. It's on the PMT YouTube right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, good Fyre Fest.
Keep in mind, I've just been playing golf for like a year and a half. So PFT's like 100 years older than me. He's had way more experience.
Also, the amount you've played is like that of like a 10-year pro.
I think I've played 8 rounds of golf in my life, like 8 full rounds.
I played -2, and I beat Hank.
Whatever. That was whatever.
Okay. All right, PFT. What's your Fyre Fest?
Good Fyre Fest, Hank. My Fyre Fest is that I owe my mortgage company $22 million. So if you've never bought a home, sometimes what happens is they transfer your mortgage. They bundle it up and they pass it on to a different bank that now owns your mortgage. And then they can transfer that and bundle it with other homes and sell that to yet another bank. And then you have to pay that new bank your mortgage. So in the first month of owning a home, my house got transferred, I believe, twice. And the new company called me up yesterday and they said, yes, I'd like to talk to you and maybe we can schedule some recurring payments. And it says right here that you owe $22 million. Is that correct? And I was like, no, it's definitely not correct. And then the lady looked it up and she came back and she was like, I'm seeing $22 million here in the system. And then she said that she was looking at the wrong file and then gave me a different number that was closer to what I think that I owe. And then I got another call back from them today from a different person that came at me with a $22 million figure. So I think somehow either the real estate market went through the roof in Chicago and I didn't hear about it, or I owe $22 million because of a clerical error that happened at some point during the 2 transfers.
It is a nice house.
It's a nice, thank you.
Pay it.
Except the shower sometimes doesn't get as hot as Hank.
I should actually use that. I did not say that on the podcast.
I should actually use that. I should use that to try to get my money back for the house. The guest bathroom shower doesn't heat up fast enough for Hank.
Did I say it on the podcast?
Yeah, I think that you did. But you did say that the heated floors were a nice touch, but you wish that the shower was warmer. Maybe I can try to get my money back on the house. I don't know, but apparently I owe somebody $22 million. What would happen if I just like did my monthly payments like I owed $22 million.
You just pay off your house so fast. Because then eventually it would get fixed.
It would eventually get fixed, yeah. So I don't know. Can I go on a rent strike against the bank? I don't know what's happening. I'm confident that they'll figure it out at some point.
You're just squatting.
There's a lot of numbers that if someone tells you like, hey, you have to fill out all this paperwork to correct it, or you could just pay it, that I'm willing to pay. 22 million is probably too much.
That might be too much.
Like if someone's like, oh, you owe $100, like I could fight this, or I could just pay $100 and be done with it. Like I'll pay the $100. I think 22 million is the limit. I think that's too much.
For a second, when they told me that number, I was like, wait a second, did Sleepy Joe really fuck up the economy that badly? And my mortgage rate increased after I thought that I had it locked in. Like, did it float up to
Can that
like
happen?
a 98%? No. I don't even know what that number would be. I don't think it could shoot up to $22 million, Hank.
Can it shoot up though?
On certain types of mortgages, it can.
You're locked in, Hank.
I hope so.
Yeah. Maybe I got Hank's mortgage instead. Maybe you owe $22 million.
You're locked in, Hank. Oh, that sucks.
So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out on this end because I would prefer not to pay $22 million.
I would agree. I concur. All right, my Fyre Fest. I moved this week, but talking about moving is as boring as talking about how bad you are at golf. So my Fyre Fest is.
Oh, I think I didn't say that.
Well, you did. My Fyre Fest is Hank and I were out again. Another plug for Jake, Barstool.tv. Go watch them all this weekend. But my Fyre Fest is he probably looked about like 18, 19 years old, came up to me and asked younger like 16, 17, came up to me and asked for a picture, which is routine. Love our fans. But the way he phrased it was, hey, big cat, want to flick up? And I've never been more intimidated in my life. I didn't know that's how kids talk now. And I am scared to go outside my house.
Yeah, that's very, very intimidating.
I
used to live across the street from a ladies' bar called The Clam, and I think I heard one girl say that to another there one time, but I don't know. I don't know in what context kids started to use flick up.
Want to flick up as just a phrase. I can't. It's too much. It's too much. I've never felt so old in my entire life than the want to flick up.
Yeah, I mean, we have no choice but to adopt that phrase now, though.
Yeah, yo, bro, you want to flick up real quick?
Mm-hmm. Hank's gonna be flicked up on various YouTube pages in the next week playing golf.
Well, I heard too.
Mm-hmm.
We might shut the comments off on PMT YouTube.
You should.
I heard that we put out a tweet on just every single fucking response.
Oh man.
Would think Kenny's would be better if he switches as much golf as he plays. How does Hank play so much and still be so damn bad? He's not even close. LOL.
Well, Monday, what'd you do?
Worked.
What'd you do Monday?
I worked.
Did you play golf?
Nope.
You didn't play 18 holes on Monday?
Nope.
Sunday?
Nope.
Tuesday?
Yep.
Wednesday?
Yep. 2 out of 7 days.
What'd you do today, Hank?
Worked.
Not
Where?
2 out of 7 days.
Where did you work today?
Yes. 2 out of
You're
7
not
days.
going to play any more golf for the rest of the week.
No, we have to work.
You're not Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday, maybe. But as of right now, no. But I'll probably read the YouTube comments and get fired up and get out there. So we'll see.
That's right, Hank. Don't let
there
him
we
get
go.
you.
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't got no popping, Hank.
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. That song is a banger, by the way. I was just playing it again. It goes.
Robert Salah.
You're popping. You're popping big time.
All right.
I've got a Fyre Fest for Jake. Jake asked me to say this on the show. His Fyre Fest is that he's not going to be able to get wing nuts because he's going to be late coming in from the tournament, the Corn Ferry tournament, which you can watch on Barstool.tv. He wanted me to say that too. So
speaking of which, PFT, I don't know if you saw. I thought his Fyre Fest was going to be the fact that he's wearing the largest white polo I've ever seen produced on Barstool.tv right now. He looks like he's wearing a sail from a sailboat.
Well, it's to cover up his ass and his genitals because he's not wearing pants.
Yeah, on Barstool.tv.
Yeah. But yeah, he's not going to be able to get wing nuts this weekend. But Jake would probably eat what, like 6 wings, 7 wings?
With gloves
I think it's
on.
like Jake's like that's kind of off brand for him to love wing nuts.
He does love wing nuts. That's how good wing nuts is.
I think it's one of those things where Jake, there's a world where Jake is just like a FBI agent that has been working undercover on this podcast for the last 5 years. And the only way that he can gain our trust is to be like, yeah, wings. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's go shoot someone. Like, yeah, hey guys, like, yeah, we do crime. Yeah. We eat wings. So I think that's why he's missing out.
But he is going to miss out. And I'm so excited about wing nuts. Wing nuts it's my favorite meal of the year.
It's going to be incredible. Yes. And Grit Week is going to be awesome this year. Monday, I'll say it, we have the grittiest coach that I can think of. So get excited. So it's going to be a fucking awesome week. I love
Sean
Grit
Evans.
Week. Sean Evans. But yes, it's going to be a great Grit Week. And everyone have a great weekend and get ready for Grit Week. Get in that mindset because Monday, the intro music is going to be sounding like that. Grit Week time.
Mega Grit Week.
Yeah, Mega Grit Week.
Love
Numbers.
I'll do 18.
Okay. I'll do 69.
99. Teaser.
I'll videotape it so that you guys don't, in case something funky happens. Here we
I mean,
go.
this is Mickey Mouse anyway. I don't even want to win.
Yeah, but people still like it. 36. 36.
Love you guys.
Par.
Do you have you have any animal facts? Hank, here's an animal fact. A birdie is what you should try to get on a golf course.
It's good. Good one.
Thanks.